So hey, hey, in hell, does it feel when they take from us, when they steal? So play, play to a god on the dollar bill. Have faith in all that is not real, that is not real. I can't take any more of this. I can't take any more of this. I can't take any more of this. You got to slow your roll.
Till you walking in my shoes. Till you walking in my shoes. Till you walking in my shoes. Till you walking in my shoes.
So when you make your noise, make sure you turn it up. Break the walls they build. We ain't stuck. Freight train, we coming. You better run to a safe place. Offshore, where you keep all your fun. I can't take any more of this. I can't take any more of this. I can't take any more of this. You got to slow your roll. So impulsive, undestructive.
Greetings, and welcome to the Road to Archaeology. Joining me today is my tried and true co-host, as always, Pyrnassius. Welcome to the show, Pyrnassius. How you doing, buddy?
I am not too bad. Welcome, everyone.
Glad to have you here. We're going to be kicking into the show very shortly here. We're just warming up as we get into things here. Oh, goodness, we're live and pretty much ready to kick off the show, I'm pretty sure. I think we're ready to go. Got the show notes ready, yeah?
Yep.
I haven't messed anything up, right?
I'm just going into the actual show notes now, because I always wait until we go so I don't mess anything up myself on it. And it looks like everything is there. So, big archaeology talk week, obviously.
Yeah, this week is 100% archaeology with a little bit of RuneScape core improvements. I just gave myself a little bit more fresh air, so that might screw up the audio a bit. I apologize. If it does, I will end the experience. There might be some birds in the background, so I apologize. If if anyone's offended by birds, then like, I don't know what's wrong with you.
What do you do if a bird shits on your head?
Oh man, well that's a problem. These birds can't shit on you. They are real birds, but they're digital to you. They're now digital birds, so enjoy them.
What do you do if the bird shits on your head?
I mean, you wipe it off, right?
You never take her out again.
Oh God. Well, it depends. Oh.
Oh, now you're getting into real kink.
Oh. Shit.
Anyway. Boom! That killed that one real quick.
Yeah. I'll get this weird real quick, man. You got to be careful with me.
Now, just to let everyone know as well, we are going to try and come back on Sunday, and we'll just read through all of the actual dev blogs.
And not sleep until they update the game. No, just obviously.
Just to get that out, and so people know sort of, just that lore drop that they did with the dev blog pages out of those journals for the 5 different areas.
Yeah, I dramatically read one, I think, on one of the podcasts.
Yeah.
So
you did. That's right.
We'll go through all of them in order, and that'll be fun.
And I did finally find. I could only find 4, and I didn't actually realize Stormguard Citadel. They released that one way back on the 29th of November. Because I went back to the start of Jan, and I thought, no, okay. So I thought maybe it was released towards the end of December. I thought it was after Christmas. But anyway, I'll have a look, and can't find it anywhere. And then all of a
you
sudden,
wanted to join, right?
In November.
All the way back in November, yeah.
Yes.
I think about dinner in about 10 minutes. Yeah, you can join. I'm not seeing any on today. Sorry, Cliff. The notes are in Evernote. They're in. I can send you a link directly if you need them. We're just going through literally Road to Archaeology 1, 2, and the rewards, TLDWs plus the core experience TLDWs, all on Reddit. So if you want to follow along, also just feel free to hop in whenever you want. You know how the dealio is. If you don't have permissions, let me know. I'm dumb sometimes. I don't assign proper permissions, but you know how we roll. You just hop in whenever you want. Sorry, or didn't mean to interrupt you there, Pern. I'm slow.
No.
My whatchamacallits don't the stupid alerts don't go off when I want them to, so I never get my messages like at the right proper time. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just read this in the middle of the show instead of 20 minutes before the show when I'm supposed to. Anyway, let's continue. Again, I want to thank Sudwood for making this show basically possible, for supporting us.
On your Sudwood. Even though you're now a dirty OSRS player, we still love you.
Oh my god. Seriously. He sends me messages constantly. Like, here.
Yeah.
Here, I want to just go
through. Play the official private server game, but we love you still.
Interesting OSRS fact. The first guy to get 200 mil all got it almost 250 days before the next person. Then, let's see, that was then, maybe... Let's see, an hour later. Second fact, the newest boss they added is a group boss and has the unique mechanic of aggroing on the player with the highest melee defense, making it the first boss that can reliably be tanked consistently. Like, these are cool facts, actually. So I've been actually like I've been willfully ignoring these things and not reading them. Now I'm reading them and they're cool because I know if I read them, I'll like what I'm reading. So like I've been willfully not reading them, but like now I'm reading them. It's kind of like a cognito hazard, you know. For you SCP fans out there, he'll like that. For those people who actually get the pre-show, I don't know. Like this is like the weird pre-show that like only exists for I think like Twitch subscribers. So this is like a weird nebulous space. Anyway, that being said, shall we get into the actual show here? You want me to fire things up? All right,
Yeah,
let me get into the. Let me fire off the music here. Stand by. We're in a new season, by the way, just for anyone who actually cares. Some people care about this stuff. All right.
Coronavirus season.
It's funny. It's funny when seasons kick over. Well, I mean, seasons kick over when the seasons kick over. I just follow the seasons, literally.
Yeah.
But I just think it's funny. Thank God it's at 30% volume. Sometimes it's at 100% volume when it starts auto-playing. We've been blessed this time, and it was at 30% volume. Oh my God! What's happening? Thank you very much, Cliff, for the host. Appreciate that very much. I was like, I didn't play. I played it at 30% volume. I swear. Oh God. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We're not exactly perfectly audio balanced, and I kind of like it because it gives viewers the control.
Give some character to this.
It does. Well, it gives the viewers the control to kind of jump scare with love. With love, what is it? With love and I can't remember the anyway. I got a show to do. All right, you ready? Are you ready?
10 more laps. Yep, I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna do a show. Oh, did you actually go in? Oh my God, what is life, baby? Don't hurt. I've never seen that actually happen before.
What's that?
The file like decided to like exit VLC player afterwards. That is that is bizarre. Now I have to go back and grab it again. Like I put it in and then I was like, okay, pause yourself. And then it was like, okay, see you later. Just left.
That is weird.
I've never seen that happen before. Or do I have two instances of it? I might have the OG instance and the new instance. Like it might have spawned a new instance of itself. Hang on. I'm a little... Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's just drop you in here. And yeah, you're just gonna chill at 0, right? All right. You're having a fit, man. All right. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting intro. I hope you all are ready for some shenanigans. Okay, here we go. Am I recording on the local end? Because this is gonna be fun. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2. There's a truck going by.
That's perfect time. It's always the way, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. In 3,
Take 2.
2, 1. The music's not playing.
Take 3.
I hate my life. You're listening to Runescape Weekly for March 27th, 2020. I'm your host, Magebit, with over 18 years of RuneScape experience. Joining me today is Pyrnassius, and on today's show, Road to Archaeology 1, Road to Archaeology 2, Road to Road to Archaeology. My lips got stuck.
Archaeology.
My lips got stuck.
We are playing Archaeology.
happen. I knew it was gonna happen. My lips were just gonna fail me there. All right, hang on. I can do this.
Take 4.
Road to Archaeology 1, Road to Archaeology 1, Road to Archaeology 2, Road to Archaeology Rewards of the Skill. That's how you do it, baby. Road to Archaeology 1, Road to Archaeology 2, Road to Archaeology Rewards of the Skill. RuneScape core experience improvements. It's not easy to say. There's a lot going on in there. It's like macaroni salad of words, baby. All right. Hey, a Saren spirit. I'm still gonna try it from the beginning. This is still a blooper. This is not real. This is not part of the intro. All right. This is sad. All right. I mean, this is going after the show. People can have this for free. I'm just sad. All right, try this again. Now that I'm sufficiently full of adrenaline, hopefully.
At least you've put a smile back on my face.
I'm glad. Now that I'm pumped full of adrenaline, I should hopefully my muscles should be more loosened up. Hopefully. You're listening to RuneScape Weekly for March 27th, 2020. I'm your host, Magebit, with over 18 years of RuneScape experience. Joining me today is Pyrnassius, and on today's show, Road to Archaeology number 1, Road to Archaeology number 2, Road to Archaeology Rewards of the Skill, RuneScape core experience improvements. So close.
Take 5.
So close. So close. It's like it's like eating sand. It is. It's like eating sand at the end. I swear. It's like.
By the time you get through it, Highcliffe will have eaten his lunch and be ready to jump.
Or choked on his lunch to death.
Yeah, killed the other co-host.
Fuck. All right. Here's the deal. If I don't finish this in 2 more takes, all of this is the intro. That's the deal, because I'm sick of this. All right. We have 2 more tries here. I want to take 6, friend. All right. You're listening to RuneScape Weekly for March 27th, 2020. I'm your host, Magebit, with over 18 years of RuneScape experience. Joining me today is Pyrnassius, and on today's show, Road to Archaeology number 1, Road to Archaeology number 2, Road to Archaeology Rewards of the Skill, RuneScape core experience improvements. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the show. We've got a great show for you today. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be an interesting one because, holy crap, we haven't had a show in a while, and the last one kind of dug into this a little bit, actually. We started with the archaeology, like, secrets, I think it was called, or something.
Something like that.
It was something like that. It didn't really give us much. It was a teaser, but it opened the lid, if you will, and that was weeks ago. So now, here we are, with pretty much everything laid out before us, and we are about to dive in to what archaeology truly is. And also, we lie upon the yak track, or what OBS likes to call looking for game. Because, oh god. Well, anyway, point being, we got a lot to go over today, and I hope you're ready to do it, because I sure as hell am. What about you, Pyrnassius? How are you feeling?
I am, yeah, not too bad. Just to give everyone an update, because I know a few people had been asking about my court case, which was due next Tuesday, and thankfully, our government here, in their ultimate wisdom, decided no more court cases. So I'm not going in next Tuesday. It is on hold indefinitely. So, yeah. So, thank you very much, little Chinaman who ate a bat.
Okay.
Back in November.
I don't approve of that statement.
Okay, sorry. But yeah, it's it's just this virus is just gonna shut everything down. So it's very, very frustrating. But we are here. I am here to keep my mind off. So
right, we're here to just enjoy RuneScape not
That
think
is
about
true.
life, because life is not very fun right now. It's
Not at all.
it's not. But there's many different reasons why the world sucks, and you know, I could think of a billion of them. But it turns out that I am really good at staying indoors anyway. So
Well, that's it. I mean, I've had 2.5 years, basically practice of self-isolation,
Right.
since I lost my job, and my back is the way it is, and I don't get out that much. So, yeah, the last 2.5 years has pretty much been, go out once or twice a week, and that's it anyway. So there you go.
yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a morbid joke, but this is not horribly uncomfortable to me. Like, people are like, "Oh my god, I gotta stay indoors for 2 weeks." I'm like, the first week I'm like, it's been a week. What are you talking about? Like, I haven't noticed, but because this is how I live. Most of my time is spent, like this. I'm indoors. I take care of my grandmother. I make sure she doesn't hurt herself. I play video games. I take her for walks. I exercise. I eat food. I spend time. I build. I engineer things in the basement for the end of the world. That's about it. That's I can't go into any further detail. That's my life. I don't have much to do outside of my little existence, so this is not horribly uncomfortable for me. But I understand most people have a social sphere and a network that they're used to maintaining, and this is like crippling for them. So that really sucks. But on the other hand, we've got Yak Track.
Yes, actually, just before you go, it was a funny experience. All the shops here are now got all their toilet paper and such back in stock.
Right.
All fully stocked, as we knew it would happen once all the morons had stopped buying everything up, and they got them all back. And I was down at my local shop the other day getting a pack, and the family walks in with about 20 packs of toilet paper, go up and ask for a refund. The managers turned around and said, "Nope."
Yeah, go
They got, your thing, and it's like, "Nope. We put out a statement that there will be no refunds giving on any of these items." That
Yeah.
and just this big smile on the manager's face as he's just sitting there. And this guy's screaming at him and carrying on, and it was just so beautiful to watch.
I love that so much.
Yeah, it was just so perfect.
People suck,
Yeah.
and they deserve it. So,
Oh, yeah.
we're having a severe shortage of hand sanitizer, disinfecting wipes, stuff like that, right? Just, sanitizing products, right? Hospitals need it very badly, right? So, there's a company here called Ocean State Job Lot. They have mysteriously obtained a huge shipment of this stuff, and they've made a donation of $250,000 to some charitable organization, and now they're able to sell all of this stuff and markup to the people when they should be giving this stuff to our hospitals. Like, this is capitalism. Like,
Yep.
they think that it's okay to sell this stuff to people, to just everyday people, so they can hoard it and probably turn around and sell it on fucking eBay to other people for a profit.
That's it. I mean, they're the same here. I mean, that's the thing that's still out. I mean, the disinfectant wipes are fine now. They're all starting to come back in, but the hand sanitizer is still one of the ones.
Right.
It's just a matter of getting it out there, and
Still can't get hand
buying
sanitizer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even get
once they
disinfectant
catch up.
wipes.
Yeah.
I'm making
But,
my own.
I said right from the start, I mean, all this stuff should have been put aside for all the hospitals and everything straight away. All those emergency workers who do really require it, there should have been just bang. The government should have just gone and said, you need to just give all this stuff to them, and if you don't, well, we'll just take it from you.
Seriously. I mean, our government did confiscate that guy's like 15,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, and good for
I know,
them.
you told me about that. That was awesome. And in this type of
And I mean,
situation,
I'm gonna give a mild clap to Ford and Tesla for refitting their factories to produce ventilators. You know, they have to do it. So I'm not saying like, oh, like, God bless them, they're doing God's work. No, the Defense Act requires them to do it basically, but I'm glad that they're doing it willingly and quickly, ASAP. Like they want
yeah.
to do it, That makes me happy that they're like, yes, let's do this as soon as humanly possible. Instead of like, it's going to take a while and, it's going to cost us. Like, no, they're like, yes, let's get this done. This is to save lives. Like, it's,
That's it.
they see the human, cost, and they see the human, like, some CEOs are not monsters. Most are, but some aren't.
But it's funny once they, when they announce, you got all these banking CEOs on their multi-million dollars a year, and all their places haven't been classed as essential. It's your doctors and nurses and all that. Who
Right.
are our essential people.
Exactly.
They don't even need the amount that these people get.
When you get in a situation like this, you find out who truly is essential.
Exactly.
And what really makes the world go round. And you find
Even
out
the girls behind your behind your counter at the shopping centres and all that, the abuse they cop all the time. I mean, if
right.
they were there working and doing their job, you'd be stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
So I implore everyone, when you do go shopping, always, if you see the girls behind there, give them a smile and a thanks.
Right. I hope that we're nicer to people after this. I really
Yeah.
do. Like I wonder if previous pandemics brought people together. I wonder. I truly do. Because it's good.
We were better people back then, though. Really, I mean, you look at the way
we were smaller people back then. I don't mean in stature. I mean in networking wise. Like we weren't capable of forming as large groups of people. In my opinion, like I just don't feel like we weren't able to, like, because technology wasn't capable of connecting us in such groups. So we weren't able to establish the connections the way we are today. So we can't care about we weren't able to care about people the way we are to care about people today. So we weren't able to form bonds the way we are. Our bonds are so weak today. We were able to establish really strong bonds back then because we weren't able to see so many people back then. In my opinion, at least. I'm just speculating based off of how I feel. We see so many people today because of technology, which we're able to get around. We're able to contact people on a whim. That bonds are just so weak that it just makes it. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting at this point. I'll shut up. Let's talk RuneScape.
Let's talk RuneScape.
We got a lot of archaeology crap to deal with. Starting with, you want to deal with Road to Archaeology first?
Well, do you want to just go through the Zodiac track first?
Yeah, that's actually a way better idea. Because that's going to make way more sense. All right. Let's, first of all, talk about our opinions on it, shall we?
Yep.
Go ahead. You can start it off. Yeah, you start it off.
Okay. I'll go first. Love it, as, it's the update of the quarter for me. There hasn't been a whole lot this quarter. As I said, the combat area was not something that, I think that sort of took away from my achievements of gaining the max guild with what they've got down there, and just sort of made the max guild obsolete, other than the GE. But GE is so easy to get to anyway. So this was really the update of the week. I'm loving it. They did say they were going to make it less grindy this time than the last one. Now, early, I would agree, but as you get on to sort of, halfway through your 27s, 28s, 29s, 30s and above, I think it's actually more grindy than the last one was.
Right.
And, again, to release it the week before you are releasing a new skill, I think was really, really bad planning or really, really good planning monetary-wise.
I agree.
Because it's either people who want to get it done quickly are just going to drop bonds on it if they don't have the time, like you and I, to sort of sit for hours and hours and just grind through it.
Right.
Because a lot of people are going to want to get into that new skill. So, it's either really bad planning or really smart monetary planning. And either way, I think it's hurtful for the community to do something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely, the bond thing is definitely not a great thing for the overall health of the game. Do you really need? But at the same time, it helps the price of bonds, which is going to make bond prices spike for a little while, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is good for Jagex, but it hurts player confidence, I think. I don't know. Anyway, Yak Track, in my opinion, this time around, I like the theme better. Since you went more on the business side, I'm going to talk more about the aesthetics for a minute. I personally like the theme way better this time. Last time, the theme felt like it was stolen from...
It was what we didn't get for Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. It really just felt like it was stolen from the time that it was from. Like, there was, oh shit, it's Halloween. We have all these leftover things from this time period, but we're making this other event. Let's just take the things from it. This just seems like they made an event. It's not really related to... Well, I mean... Zodiac stuff, is spring kind of, it kind of fits to the season, a lot of pagan ritual stuff happens in the spring. Zodiac, I can kind of see the relation if you want to put that into perspective, I suppose. So I'll give that to them if that's the route they want to take. You could argue that. So sure. I think the aesthetic is nice. I haven't actually put on any of the cosmetics, but I saw some of the resting animations and the emotes, and they're really cool. I can only imagine that the actual cosmetics themselves that you put on are also really nice. I just haven't wanted to take off my outfit yet. I have to make a preset for this outfit, and then I will happily go check the outfits that you get from this once I've completed the track. I want to make sure I have everything first.
Yeah, try it.
But as far as the tasks go, there have been some brutal ones. I got 2 free skips, and I used them within the first 20.
Did you?
Yes.
I'm at 29. I haven't used the skip yet.
I think one of them was on... They wanted me to do 20 dungeoneering floors or something else that I really... They might have been archaeology that I couldn't do, or 20 dungeoneering floors, or something else.
Sorry, I'm just going through it now. The dungeoneering, it was... make 770. That was only 6 dungeoneering floors.
No, I did the 6 dungeoneering floors. That was like, okay, I can handle that one. But the 20 dungeoneering floors, I was...
Oh, the 20 dungeoneering floors actually number 30. It's make 2,630
no,
summon
thank you.
potions or 20 dungeoneering floors. That's my next one. I'm actually up to 29 now. I will be using a skip for that one myself.
Yeah, I skipped that.
So, yeah. Yeah.
And I skipped something else. I don't remember what else I skipped, though. But now I've also decided that I'm just all in, and I've dropped 2 bonds, and I'm gonna skip 40 to 50.
Yeah, well, I think there's one coming up. Thieves was telling us like mine 1,000. So mine 3,000.
Or I'll skip something and do like 48.
Yeah.
I'll just I have 10 skips now is what I'm saying, and I'm gonna skip over the ones I don't like now because I want to get this done. I want to make some more money before archaeology comes out, is what I'm saying, because we don't have much more time. Time is running out, Pyrnassius.
There it is. There it's mine 3,035 Anamica and above all.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Yeah, but it's also you got pickpocketing the elves.
Oh, that's
which
easy.
I actually really enjoy pickpocketing.
Yeah, no, that's easy. Me too.
Yeah, I'll be doing that one.
Yeah, that's not hard. You scared me for a second, buddy.
no, that's okay. I just read what the other one was because Just Leaves was sort of talking about that one.
Yeah.
There was another one where it was, cut elder logs or above 22,655, but it's worked with divination of
Oh yeah.
2655 divination.
Give me
is
those.
really
Give me
nice.
those energies,
Yeah.
baby.
So exactly. So again, they're not one to
Divomatic.
skip because they've got one really hard one, but the one that's with it is not too bad.
Right. No, most of the time. Sometimes they're like, hey, you want to use that skip? You know you want to use that skip. You want to buy a skip? You want a skips, baby? You know you want to drop a
That's it.
bond.
Number 50 looks like the one to be skipping, where it's burn elder logs and above,
Or burn a
1840,
bond.
cost you a fortune. Yeah, I'd rather burn a bond. Or imbue 1840 soul runes, which takes ages to make soul runes.
Yeah, I can't make soul runes. How's that for you? I can't. I literally can't because I don't have the quests done.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm dicked.
Oh, mate.
I'm fucking dicked. Should have done the quests, Magebit. Should have done the quests, Magebit.
So I saved my. How much did I say I'd pay you?
50 million.
I say 50 million. You didn't do it.
Hey, it's time's not up yet.
Okay, well, you do have this weekend. Okay.
I gotta get the yak track done. I could do it this weekend if I want to. If I really want to.
I've saved 50 mil. You're not going to do those this week.
I know. There's a very limited chance that I'm gonna. 50 million is literally a day's work to me at this point now. 50 million used to be a lot of money. But now that I've unlocked the power of blood runes, now that I know this, now that I know the secret.
But yeah, I mean, and as I said, it plays into my gameplay. Where
You've showed me Microroo. Go ahead.
I don't like to do just one thing constantly for hours and hours. I like to jump between different things. So Yak Track plays in perfectly for my gameplay.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I'm a hyper focused, hyper fixate, must complete. Oh, and I hate it. So that's why I'm like, I have to skip. I have to just plow. If like today's the day. If they're not done today, there's gonna be a problem. There's gotta do them. Gotta complete them. Also, what I really don't like about having multiple fishing animations is he chooses one after the other. So it's like suck animation and then barbarian fishing animation. It's like pick one at a time. Like if I click on a fishing shoal, choose one animation for that instance. And then if I click on another shoal, choose another animation for that instance. Yeah. Not every other friggin' catch.
I know, I don't like that. That's why I only have one active at a time.
Yeah, I gotta pick one. Like, come on. Who programmed that?
Cliff has actually joined us as well, so we might get his...
Yes,
welcome! It's good to have you, Cliff.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure.
I appreciate it. I was just listening to the last couple minutes, and I do have maybe a slightly different perspective on the grindiness of Yak Track.
Oh, so please.
I think it's actually something I'm okay with as far as the direction they went of making the beginning tasks a little bit easier.
Okay.
And making the ending tasks a little harder, because I think one of the things that I'd like to see more of is events where a smaller percentage of the player population actually makes it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes the cosmetics and things that you earn a little more interesting and valuable if it's actually shows an achievement, or you can think fondly of like, yes, I actually got through that grind. And if it earns Jagex a few extra dollars as far as bonds go, which is another outcome, I'm sure. I think it's good to show that they can make money off of things like cosmetics from an event like Yak Track, rather than it always being experience or treasure hunter keys or other things.
I love rares. I love prestigious rares. It seems players these days are not hugely fond of things like that. I personally am hugely into that idea. Pyrnassius, what are your thoughts on stuff like that?
I love them, but I mean, when you can just drop a bond and get them anyway, I don't think anything's really going to be that prestigious.
That's
fair. I think the majority of players, was it 2 bonds for 10 skips?
Yeah.
It's at 40 mil. I think most, the majority of sort of towards the end game, players are going to be able to have that sort of.
That's fair,
GP
but
lying
but
around
most
to get easy,
new
so,
players
yeah.
are not. Well, I mean, unless
But
new
new
players are
players
going to go
aren't,
and,
yeah.
and spend $20 IRL, I guess they can do that.
Yeah, well, that's
And
if they
there's
can
a
do
fair
that,
number
so.
of players who just wouldn't put money into it as
Worry
well,
about
right?
Right.
There's still a decent percentage that
Yeah.
that just play it vanilla without investing. So I think
there's
anything that makes those cosmetics a little rarer
Yeah,
is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And
And
I don't think
a
it's
lot
a
of-
problem for the end game to be grand.
I agree.
I know a few players who just don't care, and they're not even doing it because they don't care about the cosmetics. They're chasing the XP things. So the end, I think the last few are just cosmetics. They won't complete the whole lot. They only want to get the rewards of the XP drops.
What are they going to do when there's no more XP? What then?
They just quit. They quit it.
Well, that's dumb. It's like, what do
Yeah,
you do?
so
What
I
do you do
think-
when you're a billionaire? What then? Like, it's stupid.
So I think 47 or 48 is the last XP drop on it, and I think that's sort of. I mean, to
do
me, it's
something
like,
with
well,
your
I've got
money.
3 more to do. Do it.
Do
But
something
anyway,
with it.
Yeah.
I do think one adjustment they should have made though for sure is make like the last 15 tasks all have archaeology as an option and never before that. Because what's happening is
Yeah.
all of those tasks that have archaeology as a choice, you're basically just giving people one choice because they're trying to blow through this before the skill.
Exactly.
Whereas if this was the last 15 tasks, that would allow you to kill 2 birds with 1 stone rather, and I wouldn't have minded that nearly as much.
Yes. Yeah, totally agree there. Archaeology from sort of level 1 was a bit pointless when it's a week before. From 35 onwards, definitely I think that should have been where it was put in. Totally agree with you there.
But all in all, like it's a great event. I agree. I think these cosmetics are sexy. I don't know how far I'll get, but I'm excited to unlock what I can. And I think this event as a whole is a positive direction as far as what they're doing with.
Are you doing the free track or the premium track?
I am doing the premium. I'm on the Premier Club.
Okay, cool.
Apparently, the majority of the outfit is available on free anyway. It's more just your XP and lamps and all that.
Okay.
That's cool. Is the free side. One thing I would like to have the option on is with the XP lamps and
That's a
such
cool
is like on normal treasure hunter where I can convert to oddments rather than just taking the lamps or the
This is the new outfit the Discovery Battle
and all
made.
that. So I don't really like that much free XP. I like to earn my XP.
Yeah.
Especially lamps. I hate lamps. Bonus XP I don't mind so much because I've got to train the skill.
I
anyway,
put
but
lamps into
I really
construction because construction is not a real skill.
hate. Dungeoneering's not a real skill.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Construction.
Bird, what do you spend those oddments on, by the way? I've only used it on like the bonus stars when it's on sale by a lot. So I'm curious what other.
No, I save them up for the outfits, so I've got about 50,000 in banked at the moment.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm closing. I mean, I'm trying to get all my skills to 120.
Who would do
Yeah,
that?
what I'm doing is I'm dropping them all on agility at the moment, just to get that to 120. So if anything I get, I'll just put into agility. But once everything's 120, 200 mil is the hard cap, and once I reach that, it's like, what's the point in playing the game anymore? You know what I mean? And I don't want to reach that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I have 499, so very different perspective.
Yeah, well, and that's it for you guys. It's perfect, but that's why I'd like to have that option of for me
totally
where
agree.
I can trade it to something else.
It's good to have that different perspective though, because having that different perspective, Jagex has to develop the game for 2 very different play styles.
Exactly.
We want a very different thing. And
that's why
our XP curve is extremely different as well.
But that's why I also like, I mean, I don't like War's Retreat personally, because it's it's hurt.
It's a free
my
max
achievements of
guild.
Getting to the max guild, exactly right. I worked hard to get to the max guild. I don't mind it per se as such for those players because it is more a sort of a combat oriented update. What I'd love to see them, now that they are closing down the Max Guild, is turn that more into a skilling hub. Make that the like a Wars Retreat, but for skillers, where we put in a permanent portable that we can build, and we have to charge up and things like that. Just
Right.
put some things in there, some doorways directly to some of those skilling. Like the Invention Guild and such. And what they did last
Max
week
Guild needs an update.
with the Crafting Guild.
That was fun.
Yeah.
little mini game, that was awesome. It had people in there.
Loved it.
Why can't we have something like that where if we're crafting there, we can earn,
No pun intended.
earn more tokens that we can pay in. Yeah, if you're 99, or even say you are max at the Max Guild, you can organise to have the deposit bank down there changed into a full bank, so you can train down there. And while you're training down there, you can earn each hour. You get so many tokens where you can then put in to make those quicker earns and things like that. But you have to put in sort of 2 or 3 hours work to get an hour's worth of
Groovy.
fast earn making. Now, not everyone's going to do it, but enough people will do it that it'll make it viable,
Right.
and bring that guild back to life, and just do something. Start looking at something like that for all these guilds. And I think tying those guilds into the Max Guild as well, and having sort of some higher level stuff
We can
correlated
rename.
together, we could do it all.
We can do the same thing with the cooking guild
Yeah.
with cheesecake and rename it the Cheesecake Factory. That'd be awesome.
But yeah, that's right. But you got the fishing guild, you got the crafting guild, you've got the mining guild, you've got all those different guilds.
The mining guild was popping off during this during the Yak Trek, because everyone has been eating coal and shit.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
nice.
that's exactly right. That's just do some of those things, and if you tie in some rewards with Max Guild and all that, you've got access to Max Guild. You can do this and open up that. Then well and good. And that's I really do think Max Guild should become a skilling hub in the way that Wars Retreat is now a combat hub.
I agree, 100%. I'm lobbying for that, and I really hope that they add a next floor to the Max Guild, or they upgrade the garden or something. Anyone else want to expound on any of the topics that we are currently discussing? No?
I'm excited to see the Max Guild someday, and then I will give you all my feedback.
Good stuff.
Well, you are.
You're
in
not
Max
missing
Garden.
much.
You can look over the fence.
It's really like not having a gym club membership and just like looking in over the divider. It's not much. You're not missing much.
If you've got Wars Retreat, the only thing you are missing
There's a big sweaty guy. Although that's what we're missing.
No, the only thing you are missing, if you've got a Wars Retreat, the only thing you're missing is a quicker GE. But with Pyrnassius, it's like 0.5 seconds faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Anyway,
No.
shall we?
Anyway, that was basically our updates on Zodiac, which divulged into other things.
It did sure. Well, anyway, do you want to get into the actual news?
Yes, the Road to Archaeology number 1. Go for it.
Right. All right. So let's talk Road to Archaeology number 1. So this is just general information. So there's no grace period for 99, but there will be a 6-month grace period for 120. Max Cape will be removed until you obtain 99 Archaeology. Regular and trimmed Calm Cape will be lost until you reobtain your Max Cape. Makes sense, right? Master Quest Cape will have new requirements, but they will also have a 6-month grace period. Accomplishments. Go ahead.
Sorry. Regular and trimmed comp cape, I think, should be lost until you get 120 archaeology.
I agree.
I don't think there should be a grace period. They are cosmetic capes. They're not. Once you've got your max cape, they have the same stats, so there is no reason to have a grace period just to get a comp cape back.
I
But
agree.
anyway, that was just my one there. Yep.
Radio. Shall I continue? All right. Accomplishments. Jack of all trades and master of all removed until Archie is obtained. Gatherer's Cape removed until obtaining the shard after 99 archaeology. Other shards will be given back Boosts and bonuses. Other boosts obtained through archaeology. Skill will work. The following will not work. Clan avatar, auras, XP lamps and stars, bonus XP, refer a friend, incense sticks. The following will work. Daily challenges, skill champas, archaeology outfits. There will be no urns, juju potions for archaeology on release. Excuse me. Skill interface.
Again, I think we
yes.
discussed this last time. I thought they said there was going to be no daily challenge release, but
Yeah, I thought they said that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
maybe
all
they
of a sudden
tweaked
there is daily challenges. Maybe people complain enough.
Yeah, I guess.
Incense sticks is something you make in game.
Right.
I still think they should be allowed.
I agree, and they may change that. They say on release, right? So that they may
Yeah.
change that eventually. I think a lot of that's going to change eventually, or all of that's going to change eventually, right?
Well, in 6 months' time, yeah.
Right.
Obviously, they always have that 6-month grace period
Yeah.
where lamps, stars, etc.
Yeah.
Your avatars and things don't work.
Right.
But if you're gonna have daily challenges, skill chompers, then your incense sticks, which are made in game, should be included.
Agreed. And urns if they plan to have them eventually. I think anything that is in game and creates a market for something else
That's it.
seems
Right.
like it should be fair.
I mean, no urns, fair enough. They're not going to create an urn straight away. I don't mind on that, but yeah.
I even think urns should be, available. If you create it with your hands, it should be available in game. If it's a treasure hunter item, if it's buyable, then there should be a grace period on it. That's how I see it. But whatever, it's their game. Excavation. Do you have anything else you want to add there?
No.
Okay.
Skill interface changes job too.
Skill interface changes. Sorry about that. Skill interface changes. Clicking on an item in the skill guide will provide detailed information about that item, such as level, location, and stats. Other information. Grace of the elves and porters will work with materials and send them to the storage box. So there's a storage box. They do not work with soil. So there is soil that you use, I think, in a sifting machine that has stuff in it. Players will be given 50 free bank space when the update launches, because there's going to be a bunch of new junk. Some NPCs will have voice acting, and there will be over 200 new achievements. So,
I like that.
Yeah, look out for a new RuneScape Weekly achievement rune score competition. We'll definitely be doing that. I think we're going to do like probably a month-long, see who can obtain the most amount of rune score in, that a period of time. We'll write down, who. Basically, it'll be a sprint, it'll be a time attack. So if you're interested in doing a time attack on achievements on launch, get in contact with me. We'll be doing that. The pot will probably be in the hundreds of millions. Anyway, moving along, shall I? Excavation spot. Obtain artifacts, materials, and soil. Each spot will provide a group of materials which are specifically needed for the artifact found there. Material caches. Caches located away from the main site, which guarantee a certain material and soil. Works similar to trees. When exhausted, it's exhausted for all players.
So we'll have the fights. Get away!
Yeah, I was gonna
from
say.
my
So
resource.
stay the fuck off my tree.
You look to see our Premier Club world full.
Yep. Oh, I love that.
Interesting that they opted to go with that model after the mining and smithing rework.
I know.
That's what shocked me.
I know. They really they love to see player contention. I think they because it's an MMO. They want to see players interact with each other, and like the second this comes out, Jagex has a room full of screens where they monitor live streams of players playing the update and interacting with it. They want to see people fighting with each other and stuff. I swear they get off on it. Anyway, each one only contains one type of resource. Time sprites, similar to rock opportunities, but also slightly different.
I love that. That's one I picked on about 2 weeks ago.
What, the time sprites?
No, the way they said it, similar to Rocketuni's.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think similar means?
Yeah, right. Yeah. The redundancy is very, very jarring. Very, very out there.
I love it.
I do too.
Love it.
I glossed right over it that time. Permanently present, but requires you to be active and follow them around the excavation site. While interacting with it, you will receive specific benefits. Ooh, who likes specific benefits? I know I like specific benefits. Maddox, the pickaxe of archaeology. This is just a lazy way to get a tool in that is basically a pickaxe, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in the lack of creativity here. Pardon me. And it makes me just think of Spelunky. All right, the pickaxe of archaeology. Not that Maddox don't exist. It's just like whatever. Smithable Maddox, number 1 plus. Also, the +1 +2 system of smithing, I do not like. I thought I would like it, but it is impossible to find things on the general exchange system, also known as the Grand Exchange, to normal people. I can't find anything that I want because of the whole +1 +2. I don't know what people make ever.
No, but they're saying there's no +1 +2.
I know. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Because
you're not going to have that. There
Good.
is basically, yeah, there's bronze to rune. They're all the same level.
All right, good. Because
Then you go into your special ones.
good. Because
And
that
that's
shit
fine. I don't
sucks.
feel-
Good.
Yeah, I don't feel strongly. I don't love the number system, but what's bizarre to me is that this doesn't have the numbers, but all the other, like the pickaxe does. Like it's strange to me every time like there's these updates come out so close together and you have different systems for very similar items.
Yeah, it's weird. But that's RuneScape. We don't make sense. There's no logic. We just have. It's like, hey, one skill uses this logic. This other system uses this logic. Deal with
I think
it.
they just realized it's just too much of a headache
Yeah.
doing +1 +2, etc. So
It is when you're trying to
yeah.
when you're trying to find something on the Grand Exchange. It's like, okay, well, is there any of this? All right, well, is there any of this? Is anyone selling this version? God damn it! I just
Potions 2, 3, and 4.
I'm
You
just-
buy your potion. Mage goes to buy potion 3s instead of potion 4s, and then wondering why they're not buying.
I know. I'm trying to buy them for like 50% over market. And I'm like, come on, people. Then I switch it to 1 dose up, and then they buy, and then like they're like, you give me literally,
Half the price.
yeah, they give me millions back, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. They're like,
Oh,
I'm
man,
not gonna rob you.
I wish I had a
Good.
potion 3s and just left them on there for someone like you.
Oh, I didn't know I was being bamboozled by my own stupidity. Happens quite
I have a
often.
bridge for sale.
I'm not. My economics are not my strong point. I need to be taken care of when it comes to money. Oh well, you
And
know.
the funny thing was, I didn't even think to ask, are you buying, the 4 dose, because everyone just converts them to 4.
Why
So
would
I
you
thought that
convert
just
them to
everyone
4?
did that. Because you just hand them into the guy, convert them to 4, and they sell for a bit more money.
What guy?
'Cause that's what everyone
How
wants.
do I not know about this? Who is this guy?
Yeah, that's what.
There is one at.
There's one in the Max Guild, I think.
There's one in the Max Guild. There's one in Thriftiness. There is one in
Oh
the
my
GE
goodness.
in Varrock.
I'd
You
rather-
just click on him, say
Oh my goodness.
put the
I'd
4
rather
dose,
just look at
and
the
he puts them all to 4 dose
coronavirus
for you.
dashboard.
That's a great PSA. I've been using in the inventory still for I don't know how many years. All right, well that's good to know.
There you go. If you don't know, now you know. No. Okay, where am I? What am I doing?
Actually, there's also one now in the Wars Retreat too.
Bronze to Rune Manics will now be available in a shop. Dragon Manics are obtained through archaeology and through PVM. So,
Now-
yes.
Sorry,
No.
is that we get one part in archaeology and one part in PVM, or can we get in both? Did they specify that? Does anyone know?
I didn't watch the live stream, to be quite honest with you.
Hopefully, it is a full drop in archaeology and a full drop in PVM.
It does sound like the way they word it here. It says
Yeah.
Dragon Manics are obtained through archaeology and through PVM. Here's the thing.
It sounds like it's a full drop in both.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
And is generally meaning requiring both. Or is generally meaning requiring either. Like,
But when they say through archaeology and through PVM,
well, because we're working logically here, like if in a programming sense, through and versus through and or. That's what I'm trying to think here. Is like I don't even know if he's writing this in a logical sense. That's the problem.
yeah, that's it.
Like, but that's what you have to think of is if it's through and versus through and or is what you're just trying to think of.
Yeah, I think it's still ambiguous.
It's
Saying
extremely ambiguous.
that,
Yeah.
like, means that it can be through both. That doesn't mean that like it requires from both. I would guess it's from one or the other. Unfortunately,
I
think that'd be nice if it was.
I hope it's
Required.
either or. Yeah, because I don't want to be going through PVM. I just want to sit there, do my archaeology. Hey, look! Wow, I got a dragon.
My guess.
Or Dragomatic. Fantastic. Keep going.
My guess is it's gonna go half shield style, and it's gonna be you
Yeah.
buy half from archaeology, and you're gonna need half from PVM.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
That
And I was thinking from the opposite angle of like if it's available through PVM, people are always going to get that because people are doing PVM. Whereas I was hoping it might require both, so that there's an incentive for people to skill and a way to make money off of the skill if it requires a component that comes from the skill.
I think it's gonna require both. So there's some synergy, but there may be a bottleneck for skillers to obtain the PVM component that they need. That's the problem I think that Pyrnassius is trying to bring up.
Yeah.
Is people who don't do PVM are going to need that dragon, like half dragon piece, right? And they're not going to be able to go and do it for themselves. They're going to have to buy it from the GE. So PVM players are going to have a stranglehold on that price. So they're gonna be able to put any price they want on it. So they're probably gonna slap like 50, 100, 500 mil on whatever they want. Day of release, week of release, month of release. It's gonna be half
First
a
one to be sold.
It's gonna be half a billion.
Max cash.
Yeah, probably.
Max cash, I reckon, on first one.
You're right. It's always max cash first one.
Yeah. Sorry, just while we're there, David. I'll if it is that way, I'll go for 2 archaeology pieces. You go for 2 PVM pieces, and I'll just swap you.
Right. That's just how it will be. But we'll see how it works. It'll be interesting to see how it works. I don't mind synergy. I just I'm hoping that they plan for the fact that there's a possibility that there could be a stranglehold on the PVM side. I just hope that they plan for that. Go ahead.
We saw what happened with Masterwork Armor.
Right.
The price is dictated by the PVM side still. Skillers still made no money out of it.
Right. I hope that they...
So you get 1 XP per tick, and you make no money as well.
Right. So I'm just hoping... Like, I'm not against the synergy. I'm totally for having PVM work with skillers. I actually think it's essential. You need those communities to work together.
Definitely, and that's where they sort of broke a lot of it when they did what's it called? Took all the food requirements
Right.
and such off PVM.
EOC
They
basically
that way.
broke.
Yeah.
That's why I hated EOC so much. It basically broke the synergy between skilling and PVM. Made everything ability based. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, but lost my train of thought there a little bit. But point being that if they can find a way to make this a balance without giving the stranglehold to one side or the other, then we're cool. But I can't foresee that just by looking at words on a piece of paper. I don't have a design
my
document.
hope would be just given like the level of monster that normally drops dragon gear, right? This isn't like high level bossing primarily. I would hope that it is just a very rare drop on a monster
Slayer
that
monster.
most
Slayer
players
monster.
reasonably
If it's-
exactly.
Yeah. If it's on a Slayer type monster, all for it if it goes both, because I'm happy to to do that. I don't want to have to go and sit
Right.
there and Nex or Telos or someone like
Right.
that to get.
Yeah, if it's if you slap it on like an adamant dragon or something like that, whatever.
Even at the rune drag, your highest, even if it's on the sort of the Slayer
Yeah.
mobs, and then things like your rune dragons, those sort
Right.
of higher end ones, even if it, Onyx dragons, something like that.
I've never even fought Onyx
yeah.
Dragons. I don't even think I can. I'd have to do. You're gonna make me do the Karamja hard tasks, Pyrnassius?
Why? You can get in there still without that.
No, you can't. You can't. You gotta You have to have the boots or some bullshit.
That's only to teleport there quickly. You can still get there. You just teleport to Karamja, get the guy, pay Habiji 10 coins. He'll take you down to near the bank, and then you just run down and drop down, climb down the hole, and walk over.
Aw, someone lied to me then during Slayer weekend and told me I couldn't do them.
Of course you can.
Wow. I'm gonna beat somebody. Who told me that? Who told me that? Come to my house so I can beat you up. You
The
made
only
me.
thing you- all the gloves do is give you a quick teleport down into the.
I'm gonna beat you.
the little
I
mining
need
thing.
to. Whoever gave me that advice during Double XP Weekend Extended is gonna get beat the f up. I wasted so much XP. I could have been done so
I'm
much.
writing down all the things I got to look up after the show to educate myself. I did not know Onyx Dragons existed. Here we go.
I'm gonna destroy you. You're gonna boot you. All right, I'm done.
Hang on a sec. Hang on a
What?
sec. You do need the hard Karamja sharks to access the Gemrock Cavern.
Now I'm gonna.
just looking it up.
Now I'm gonna
I
keep
thought- I'm-
Pyrnassius. Buy a flight ticket. They're really cheap right now. American Airlines are still open. I need you to come to my house right now. I have a paddleboard for you.
I did not realize that you needed those gloves to get down into that. I thought it was just a quick teleport for that. So there you go. I just looked it up and thought, anyway. So there you go. Probably because I had all those tasks done so long ago, it didn't even
Yeah,
register.
I know. I bet, because I didn't even think they existed, and so I was just like, oh yeah, let's just go do some gemstone dragons, and it was like, nope, you can't do these. You're a plebeian from some other place. Get out of our desert.
That
Or jungle, whatever.
They shouldn't come up on your task. If you don't have access to an area, they shouldn't come up on your task list.
Yeah, well, it's just dragons. You can go fight dragons. That's what they tell you to fight.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant because you can get specific gemstone dragons.
Right? No, yeah, they've never assigned me gemstones. They just assign me
Yeah,
dragons.
Okay, fair enough.
And I want to go
Okay,
fight them because, like, dragons.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm babbling on. We're not even talking about archaeology anymore. We're talking about dragons.
So, the dragon matic.
All right. Yeah, that's why we're talking about it. There's also a hero matic, which I want.
Hang on, no, sorry, you forgot the dragon matic is needed to make the crystal and then.
All right. So we're basically wherever this matic comes from that we're bitching about, we're gonna need to make the crystal matic.
You will need 2 of them.
So double complain about whatever I'm complaining about. You're gonna need you need double this.
You're going to need 2 dragon matics because you'll need 1 to make the crystal and then 1 to make the incando,
Right.
which you then merge together to make the matic of space.
And-
time.
and-
So do remember you're going to need 2 dragon ones.
And the Imkando matic will not be made in the same way you made the Imkando for the
No.
pickaxe of song and top space and
Yeah.
butt plug or whatever it does. I don't know. You know what I mean? The one from the
Yes.
mining and smithing rework. Oh God,
Birth and Song.
yeah, from Birth and Song. Anyway, so
I like that. There was a lot to get that pickaxe, but it was a big feeling of accomplishment for me.
Sure
So I
was.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I like
I
it.
had
And
to
that's
get
what
the
I like.
mining levels in the first.
Get this fucking fish out of my
So that's why I
inventory.
love those things where you have to work to get something unlocked, and it's not just a luck thing. You have to actually put in work
Yeah.
to get it.
Yeah, luck sucks. Well, at least my luck sucks. So, but anyway,
As I said, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
right? I definitely rolled a fucking 1. There is also a hero matic, which I want because it's probably got a good cosmetic. But who knows? What does it do? Who knows? It's probably going to be like 2 billion. It's probably going to be really rare. How are we going to get
Can
it?
you imagine the first person to find that?
It's not going to be me.
Swap it for a party hat.
I would. Would you?
I would. Yeah.
Do you think anyone would swap you for a party hat? Someone would definitely swap you for a party hat because they probably have
Yeah.
like 7.
If you had the first one,
Yeah.
If you got the first Hero Matic, I think someone would swap it for a party hat.
Probably.
Especially if the race for 200 mil is still going on, people would take any advantage they can get.
Right. Alrighty, what do we got here? Excavation discoveries, artifacts, always found broken, and when the progress bar is full, you can bank them. Materials are used to restore the artifacts, stored in the material storage box, which is similar to the metal bank found near restoration banks. It's tradable, but not stackable. Soil, which is filtered at a screen station near the Varic dig site for additional materials that can be stored in the soil box within your inventory, which is similar to the ore box, like in the mining and smithing rework. And that's tradable again, but not stackable. So some players will like it and use it, some won't and sell it. So that's again a resource that you can keep, sand it out yourself, try to find extra resources, or if you're maybe low on cash. Yeah, you already don't need it. You can sell it off yourself, make some money.
Russell Blight on their race for 200 mil.
Right. If you want to fuel somebody else's race to 200 mil because you're poor, there you go. Sell it off. That's probably what I'm going to be doing because I
make some money.
I'm trying to get that P hat. You know how it is. Yellow P hat goals. If anyone wants to accelerate the yellow P hat goal and just put it right on my head, you know how to do it. Sorry, I need some water there. Anyway, restoration. Artifacts require a certain amount of materials to mend them. So clicking on an artifact will display information related to that artifact, such as the reward, who the collector is, and the materials related to it. Players can excavate and use the skill while this interface is open. The restoration process gives the most significant archaeology XP in the game. Restoration artifacts can be given to a collector. Complete their want list in return for relics or other rewards. First time reward for completing a collection and a reward for repeating it. You cannot hand in duplicate artifacts until you complete the collection. Given to the museum is the second option for rewards. And that's rewarded with chronotes. This will give you 60% of the chronote that the collectors would provide. They accept duplicate artifacts. Disassembled is another option for archaeology components, or you can keep them for future use. Who knows what could happen in future updates to archaeology. So those are some interesting possible uses. Anything sparking any discussions there? Do you want to talk about possible uses for these?
Not for me.
No, these don't interest you at all. Huh? Chronotes are a currency that we're going to be able to spend, but they don't talk too much about them yet. So let's move on. Leveling.
I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, it's sort of same old, collect it.
Yeah, got an arc-like currency, closed currency, not too exciting yet. Let's see. So leveling, the gameplay is non-linear and has you go to various sites at any level. That excites me, and they keep getting kind of confusing because they're like, oh, this unlocks at 70 and this unlocks at 60. So there's you can apparently not enter certain parts. So there's you can go to little bits and pieces of different areas, which is kind of cool. So there's 5 new areas. I thought there was 4. So I was wrong in the survey I just took. There's Carrot. So I think
I knew there was 5, but I could only find 4 until I found that one back in November.
Yeah,
they did say 5 or less.
I always forget about Carrot Et. That's my problem. Carrot Et.
Well, everyone wants to forget about the desert.
Yeah. Carrot Et, Everlight, Infernal Source, Stormguard, Citadel, and Warforge. They forgot the exclamation mark. The dig site goes beyond just the base camp. Base camp contains restoration vents, material banks, and the site manager. All the dig sites have content up to level 118 and 119. Unlocks the new dig sites and new excavation sites. Find all their secrets, loot chests full of materials, and encounter puzzles to be navigated. Oh yay, you know how I love puzzles. All right.
Mage, I was just double checking before I spoke up, but something interesting about the currency here is that it's actually not closed. You can trade chronotes.
No shit.
With other players. So it makes the currency buyable, which means unlocking things is buyable, which is why I think there's going to be just massive spending beyond what you'd even think for a new skill. Because
that's going to be interesting.
The first one to buy the outfit. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Really interesting choice.
I am going to be a whore. I'm gonna sell everything just to get that party hat. I'm gonna be playing. This is gonna be really unhealthy because I'm gonna be tempted to play this game like 24/7 just to be like selling everything I can possibly make. It's gonna be scary. Okay, cool.
I'm wondering how I get my family out of that because we're in lockdown. How can I get the family out of the house?
Right, we're in locked. Like, I'm wondering how I can possibly like
Just call the lockdown,
not
send them
sleep.
off to visit someone, and just say, "Well, no, you're in lockdown. You have to stay at the house you're at."
I need to order. Does anyone have any low-grade amphetamines that they can send to me? Anyone have any like modafinil?
No, just get a little bit of speed. That'll keep you going.
I'm afraid of speed. I want something.
It's better than a bloody ice.
I don't want ice either. I want modafinil.
Yeah.
I want a smart drug. like modafinil or I don't know. I'm joking for legal reasons.
We are.
This is a skit. The only thing I will use is cannabis because I am legally approved to by the state of Massachusetts and the Department of Health. Let's see here. Relics actually just got renewed the other day. They had to do a phone interview because everything's closed down.
Yeah.
It was really funny. Let's see here. Relics, most powerful rewards, but you can only have a few active at once. Ancient invention and ancient summoning will cover in detail in a future stream, which we'll get to in a minute. 4 invention materials. Elite archaeology outfit, completely earnable in game. It will provide the usual perks you'd expect, like teleports to the dig site and XP boosts. As well, increased success rates with soil, excavation, and faster restoration too. So there's also a reward shop. Again, new it's a tradable currency, as Cliff was saying, for archaeology spent at a skill-wide shop for full of rewards. Upon completing the tutorial, players will be able to purchase consumables. Consumables will provide various boosts to archaeology, similar to those found in deep-sea fishing. So, yeah, holy crap. You'll be able to spend these chronauts on, like, XP boosts, basically, if I'm understanding this correctly.
People are going to be buying them.
Yeah, holy crap.
So, yeah, since I'm not realistically in this race, I'm going to be selling all chronauts for, like, the first month, because I got to imagine the price will drop significantly after that.
Right. That's some dangerous shit.
How fun the skill is, yeah, I will probably be doing that as well. If it's as fun as it's looking like, yeah.
Even the sound effects, like they sound nice. Like I want to have that clicking and chipping in my ear. I'm down for that ASMR. Come on, Jagex, give me that shit.
I just feel like I would sell them the first week and the second week buy like twice as much with the money I made. And get to play archaeology. Yeah, exactly.
Let's see here. So qualifications, location, Varric Dig Site, Archaeology Guild. This is where it all begins. Receive diplomas, which recognize your archaeology accomplishments. I love that so much. You get this little wall full of diplomas, which you earn over time, which display your antics basically. I am a big fan of stuff like that. I love guilds, first of all, and the fact that you get like your own little display of like achievements and stuff that like kind of pop up as you do things. It's similar to the Max Guild and the unfurling of the banners. So it's like, love shit like that. Give me more of that. So receive diplomas, yada yada yada. Qualifications are basically meta achievements. You will be required to master virtually every aspect of archaeology at a certain level band. Unlock new researches, new chronote shop stocks, and more. Player-owned nerds. These are researchers. So this is similar to player-owned ports, which I don't like, but maybe I can get over my disdain for that, and this can possibly, because it's differently themed. Themed differently.
Yeah, I hope it's a bit different to ports, because I still do my ports daily trying to get Scrimshaw bones, but other than that,
I don't even do that because I'm just bad.
But other than that, yeah, it's not a fun way of gaming to me.
I don't like it. I thought I would like it, but I don't like it. I thought I would like it when it came out because it's kind of like a turn-based strategy style game. But
I think if they had have done it where you could just do it on your phone, log onto your phone and do it that way, send out your
well, you kind of can now.
Well, you can, but once you get to the higher levels, I mean, it's like 14 or 17 hours a trip anyway. So it's like, it's just not much point anymore.
Yeah,
for
it's
that
not.
type
It's
of
just
thing.
not fun. So let's see. It unlocks at level 40, and assistant qualification is required. A research team who will do things while you are away. If they are successful, you will get rewards, materials, artifacts, and new archaeology drops. You must be higher ranked than the researchers you wish to hire. So the only thing that I think may make this worth more than player reports is the things you obtain sound like they are worthwhile. For the skill itself. So
Yes.
yeah. This actually sounds like it might actually be worth its weight in artifacts, if you will. Research management info. Types of research. General research is a perpetual thing that you can do, and special research is a one-off narrative-driven research. Research and the rewards scale to your archaeology level. Makes sense. Mission lengths have no effect on the rewards. It just gives players more control at the rate they wish to research. Research can't fail, but if you cancel, you'll lose the initial investment. Pardon me. So, if you're in it to win it, basically. Don't, cancel it unless you really want to cancel it. So there you go. That is number 1. Any questions before we move along?
Did they say what the investment currency is to get those kicked off? Was that gold or Chronotes or something else?
I would say
missed
it'd be
that.
Chronos.
I believe it's Chronotes, yeah.
Yeah.
Rightio.
Which might as well be
Obviously,
gold when it's
it's
tradable.
to help you. Yeah, it helps you to. So, Chronotes are all
Yeah,
about.
fair enough.
So I'm going to assume Chronotes.
Right. I mean, I would
sense.
too. Anyway, Pyrnassius, would you like to coddle my voice and jump into number 2 here?
I can. General. Yak. Oh, sorry. This is just from the thing. They talked a little bit about Yak
Yeah,
Shack,
you can-
all that type of stuff. So we'll skip all that because we did do that at the
Right. Just
start of
jump
the show.
down to archaeology. Yeah,
Straight
you
into
go.
the archaeology. They showed pictures. They have made a retro skill cape for it, which is a bit oxymoronic for me because it's a new skill.
I
You don't
know.
need a retro cape. It wasn't here back then, so don't make an old cape for it. But they did, so whatever. They also showed 99 cape, the 120 cape, Archie little special attack he has looks really cool. Master Quest Cape requires completing mysteries, which can require up to 119 archaeology. There is a 6-month amnesty period. I mean, I've got 6 months to get 120 archaeology to keep my cape.
Yeah.
I keep my cape on anyway.
It's gonna be hard.
I-
It's gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be hard. 120.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly right, and that's why I'd love for him to take the cape off us and be one of the first ones to be able to put that Master Quest cape back on again.
Yeah.
'Cause, I got it fairly early on after release.
Why don't you just take your cape off and not wear it? Challenge
Because
yourself.
other people have it, so
Challenge yourself.
Oh, no, I'll still be going for it. I mean, that's the 2 things I'm going for are
He's-
getting all the quests done and
No honor.
getting Archie. So,
No honor. He won't do it. No honor.
No,
got
it's
no
the only,
honor.
it's the only cape I wear.
Yeah.
I don't.
hear you.
The
No
only
honor.
other cape is my complainer's cape, which
I'll take
I
off.
put away in that wardrobe and never ever wear again.
See, I'm a free man. I can wear any cape I choose. I'm not bound to a single cape.
And actually, I'll do that. I will take that. I will take that challenge while we are doing the until I get 120 archaeology, or get all the Master
Yeah.
Quest cape requirements. I won't wear that cape.
I think that is a noble
There you go.
challenge.
Challenge.
You heard it here.
Yep, challenge.
We're
accepted.
checking the tapes in like 3 months, and I see you walking around. With a tape.
Yeah, if you do it, all right. I'll even put cash down on the table for a time frame if you want. Like if you want to put a bet down on the table for like if you think you could do it in like a small
do it,
amount of
yeah.
time. How fast do you think you are? How fast do you think you could do it? We won't put money on the table, Pern, because I'll put money where your mouth is if you want.
It depends what the skills. If it's a
That's
fun
true.
skill,
We have no
I'm
idea.
not going to rush it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
not gonna
wait.
rush it.
Let's wait and
If
see.
it's a skill I hate and I just want to get it to 120
It's not-
unlocked and finished, then that's what I'll do.
All right, here's the
Yeah.
deal. On like Tuesday, day after release, let's talk about it and let's see how
Well,
fast.
let's on next show. On next show.
Yeah, next show. We'll put it. We'll see. We'll see.
See how quickly I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
You won't need any agility level to access the dig sites. Madax will work the same as pickaxes as tools. There are skill cape
So
perks and
I will.
emotes for 99 and 120, but they won't be revealed yet. So that'll be good for the first person to get 99 to show
If
off
Max
that,
work the same as pickaxes, why bother?
they're smaller.
Oh, okay.
They're smaller and lighter, so you don't damage the bones.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess so.
Roadmap. Our leadership style is bringing a certainty to everything. We are well intended. We are looking at 2020 from what we can deliver and from all the things people care about: quest, PVM, and skilling. The roadmap strategy will come out quarterly. There will be nothing date by date or month by month anymore.
Ooh.
They'll build up updates with trailers, videos, and Easter eggs. Yeah, they're getting rid of the. I think the. Yeah, they're just going to sort of say this is what's coming out quarterly now. We're not going to say, you know, this is for the month, this is coming out at the end of the month, whatever. Just basically,
We're going back to RuneScape Classic.
This is the quarter, what's coming out in the quarter, and we'll release it as we release it.
Wow. Okay.
We'll build up updates with trailers, videos, and Easter eggs. An Easter egg example will be archaeology key art changed to include little bits of storytelling. On the engine and tech side, they're improving text with a UI scaling and mobile. Our goal, give the best experience for each person. MTX, we've done a ton of treasure hunter experimentation and received fantastic feedback. Speaking of which, the Diamond Dozen, how did everyone enjoy that?
I loved it.
That was the best update. I could get rid of all the XP
Yeah.
and just put on things like, you know, the springs and feathers and note paper and all that type of stuff.
Give me all the oddments, just all day. I won like 3,000 oddments from that, and I'm
That's
very
right, you told me that.
yeah, I'm very happy.
And I got because I put rare tokens on mine as well.
Yeah,
I've got that a couple of times, so I'm waiting for some nice new rares to come out too.
That's never gonna happen. They forgot about the rare item shop.
Well, they keep putting the tokens up there, so hopefully they'll do something with it.
I really hope they do, because I really want. I still need to get the chic scarf. So what I do is I always go through the random ones, because I'm just gonna get them all through random. Why not? You know, because I want them all anyway.
Cheaper. Yeah,
Right. I'm just gonna get them for cheaper, and I want them all anyway. So that's what I've been doing. But, the only one I don't have from the ones that you can still buy, I can't buy any of the limited ones anymore because they're all sold out. So you know.
I know.
But I still need to get the chic scarf. I think that's the only one I don't have left.
But when they were limited, I mean, they could still also down the track release those limited ones, because they were not one off. They were just a limited event one. So let's do it as a limited event again. So yeah, in a year's time, they may actually reopen some of those.
How long ago were those? I don't even remember. And again, I think Cliff was talking.
Time ago.
Not in the last year and a half.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Cliff was talking about how, you know, like it's nice to have items that are exclusive, right? Like they don't have to. I'm not saying they have to reopen those specific items, but just put new items there.
Yeah. Love.
I like the idea of this store, but it's seen no love since I've come back to the
Yeah.
No, it's been a good 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Just put new items there. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to release those like items again. Like they can be
even just if you don't want to do it, recolor those items and, you know, release that.
Right.
Tentpole content, which is our highest quality content. Archaeology is an example, and we plan on working on another by the end of the year. We want to implement these without shifting updates. Now, I believe Mod Warden dropped into the chat this week. There's been a bit of discussion on that. And he was talking about this, that they don't want to give dates anymore. You know,
probably for the best.
He wants to, and anything
Exactly.
And anything they promise, they want to make sure they bring out. So, talk about, like, they said 6 quests. He wants to make sure they get 6 quests out this year. He said, obviously at the start of, we're still working that roadmap and getting it down.
Can you imagine?
Sort of a lot more content towards the end of the year as they're getting things done, and these teams are now working all together properly. He was also talking about the fonts, the font size. He said he can barely read it. So one of the big things that he is trying to push for is font scaling.
I hope he can do that. Can you imagine if they released 6 quests with only like 8 months left in the year or something? What is it, 8 or 9 months?
How orgasmic would that be?
They would have to release like a quest almost every month. That would be amazing. Like I can't even believe I would I would subscribe to RuneScape again. I'd like over my subscription. I'd like double subscribe.
Yeah.
But it does feel like
I'd
this is the
re-up
right direction to move.
Yeah.
As far as like the PR issues they've had, like they felt so disjointed the past year, and just you don't have to say this is the exact date if people know it's coming and you're giving them some information.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
We're coming out this quarter. This is what's coming out this quarter. Bang. We'll get it to you when it's ready. But, and then we love that. And I mean, this Mod Warden is, I think, is I mean, he's come from a big company. He knows what he's doing, and I think he's got that know-how on how to get things done, how to get the team working properly and such. So
Right.
it's promising times ahead.
Well, hopefully. Sounds pretty decent. I'm not gonna complain yet until it doesn't happen.
That's it. And I think the delay on archaeology has been good. I mean, I think there was been too much hype for it. And I know you sort of got to build it up, but as I said, going back, that first Quest journal was released on the 29th of November. I mean, these are the type of things you start doing, 4 to 6 weeks before the release of it. You build up the hype for 4 to 6 weeks, not 4 to 6 months.
Right.
But anyway, we'll see how it goes. We are going to have an archaeology guild.
Cool.
It is going to be the Varrock dig site. Basically, the entire area is considered the guild. So Varrock dig site is the archaeology guild. The main features is going to have a mysterious monolith in the center. That's where you control and activate your relics. It's currently in game, but it doesn't look like the monolith yet.
Right,
So it's something that's probably a little.
It's flaccid at the moment.
Screening station, which will be off to the east. That's where you're going to be filtering your soil for materials. The exam center, which is obviously current in game, that's where you're going to control your research and your researchers. And the guild headquarters is going to be to the west. That's where you'll access your information and teleport to the different dig sites. So there'll be no running. You'll just have like a little teleport hub in there to go to the different dig sites once you've unlocked them. So that is, no having to go to Berg Derot and catch a boat down to, bottom of my ditch to get to Everlight. You just teleport straight there.
And you can make urns 80% faster. They finally heard our feedback.
Hell yeah. Could someone buy my urns, though? They're not going to sell. Don't use that perk.
The tutorial starts to the east on the dock. The tutorial teaches you the basics of the skill, then sends you off on your first dig site, which will be Karad It, which obviously is in the desert. There will still be various aids beyond the tutorial, and there will be a playthrough on a future live stream. The guild headquarters, this is the office, your personal area containing qualifications, archaeology journal, skill cape, etc. The archaeology journal will display your qualifications, your achievements, your relic powers, your research artifacts, and your mysteries. So you can sort of have a quick little book there to look at everything. They did have a little graphic there to show you what it all looks like. If anyone wants to do it, just click on the TLDR and you can have a look at it there. But it's very similar to the Arc journal, the Men of Lost journal. Looks basically the same as that. It's a pocket slot item, so it can also be used to teleport to the guild. So put it in your pocket and teleport direct to the guild, then go into your office and teleport to the dig site you want to go to. Players can access the collections interface and restoration log as well through the archaeology journal. The restoration log keeps track of your items you've restored and awards a title if you find all within a category. The dig site map allows you to fast travel. It's got keyboard shortcuts. It'll be located in your office, and the display case contains a certain mattock. So maybe that's going to be have a picture of the heroes one that you can perhaps unlock at one stage.
Maybe. That's good speculation.
Other information: the new trees are cannot be cut. The teleports are accessible upon completing the tutorial and the respective levels. The dig site pendant has been adjusted to be more convenient. The general dig sites. These are only the surface level of the dig sites. The rest is being kept for players to discover on release, and that's what I like. A bit of, sort of that sense of discovery. General information. There will be a site manager. He'll be the person to provide information about each site. A material cache. The caches are located away from the main site, and they're going to guarantee certain material and soil. So basically, you can have this cache over here is going to have your iron soil, and this one over here is going to have your bronze soil, etc. Things like that for the different such. Excavation spots, obtaining artifacts, materials, and soil. So that'll be the main dig area.
Danielle says that Matic is the hero item you can attain in the case, so that's confirmed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, continue.
Surveying options. This will display the core items, but not all that you can get from the spot. So core items, but there will obviously be some special items you may get there on a rare occasion as well. Material carts are the deposit boxes only for materials. They are located at various spots around the dig sites. And porters are way more useful, but these are for people without those. So you've got material carts to deposit things, but there will be porters. Obviously, they're going to be the best way to do that. The interactions. Each dig site has its own narrative and mystery. Mystery, obviously, being the little mini quest. Some of these are like mini quests. Some are more elaborate, so bigger quests. Mystery. At an excavation spot, there's a chance you will discover lore similar to journals in Dungeoneering. The RNG isn't obnoxious, so Timbo mustn't have had anything to do with it. Every single mystery upon completion provides a chunk of XP. Study interactions located in every dig site. Studying can allow you to unlock some special researches and rewards. Exploration, a number of things not found in the journal or are mysteries. So, for an example, there's a statue of Magebit. They aren't all the same and can have different interactions and rewards, but they're not listed anywhere. You just find them, and it's just one of those, oh, wow, look what I discovered. Type fact.
I like discovering things.
That's it. And other Carid Et will contain a flyover of the dig site and various pop-ups to help guide players towards the beginning of the skill. You can get uncharted island maps while excavating. Bad luck mitigation. If you require an object to progress by a certain level, you will be guaranteed it. So basically, if you haven't received the item by level 50 and you need it at level 50 to keep going, once you hit that level, but basically it'll drop automatically by the sound of things.
Okay.
I don't know if I like that. The luck factor is always one of those things.
People were complaining big time about not having luck mitigation.
Yeah.
So I guess it's for them.
I can understand a lot of people sort of being that way. Just for me, it's
right.
I just like, well, I've had such bad luck, but when look how long it took me to get the Edimu pet. I mean, it's supposed to be around 22,000, 25,000 kills. It took me 38,000 kills. But when I finally got it, that sense of achievement and wow, it's finally there type thing. I just love that.
You actually felt
if
something.
I know, I haven't got by this level, I know, okay, in 100k XP, I'm going to have it anyway, whether it drops now or when I hit that 100k XP. So
I dislike luck mitigation for like the extras like pets and rare items and things. When it comes to actually progressing through the core skill, it makes a little more sense to me.
Of
like
course,
I'm okay with
more sense. Yeah, it does make more sense, but it's just I just like that sense of achievement that I have and that sort of wow factor when it finally hits. But I mean, as you said, certainly makes more sense. You don't want to be stuck there at the level 50 and
right.
By the time you reach level, at level 70, you finally get the drop. that's you've just gone 20 levels without the piece you need.
Maybe I'd be okay with maybe 2 levels higher than what's once you unlock it, then you get it automatically or something like that. But well that'd be good. If it's a level 50 item, you don't have 52. We're just going to give it.
Carid Et. It's a Forsaken fortress buried in the sands south of the Jewel Arena. Will require level 5 to access, which you'll obviously have once you've done the dig site tutorials and such. The site manager is Dr. Nabanik. Its alignment is to Zaros. It has the bonus feature of a cutscene and clearing the fort entrance. So they showed sort of the intro cutscene and sort of the entrance to it. I don't want to see any of that. I want to experience it when I first.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on any of the links.
No, this is the stuff that I didn't want to see
Right.
where they were shown. So as I said, I don't mind talking about it all, but I want to see and experience that firsthand when I'm actually doing it. The next area is the Infernal Source. It is level 20, located deep below the wilderness, under the scar left by the Sword of Edicts. The site manager is Mavaro. The alignment is to Zamorak. And again, they showed sort of the lodge bar storage and such in there, how to the destinations, but that's again such in there. Now, being that it's deep below the wilderness and there is a teleport there, I am going to assume it's like the Dragonkin Laboratory, where it's sort of a safe area within the wilderness. Because if it's not, I'll get what I need to get down there and never visit again.
Yeah, it might be dangerous to get there, but safe once you're in there. Hopefully, I hope.
Well, you're gonna have direct teleports from your dig site anyway,
right?
So I would assume that you're not gonna
probably like Dragonkin Laboratory style. I would guess.
Yeah, that's it. Just teleport straight there, and you're in a safe area.
Right. That's my hope.
Everlight, a long-lost lighthouse off Mauritania's southeast coast. It is at level 42. The location is obviously eastern coast of Mauritania. The site manager is Venescula. It's aligned to Saradomin, and that's where they showed that statue of Mesomedes, which is one of those sort of unknown things that you can sort of unlock and have that sort of sense of discovery. That's the one I'm sort of probably most excited to see, how that looks, because half of it's underwater and such. So that is going to be exciting to see that one. The Stormguard Citadel, that will require level 70. It's a wondrous workshop floating high among the clouds. The location is the Temple of Ikov, north of Ardoin. The site manager is Gikar. Its alignment is to Armadillo, obviously, being that it is floating in the air. The bonus info was the Temple of Ikov has been entirely graphically updated for this. So when it drops, we're going to get an updated area around Temple of Ikov. And finally, Warforge. That is at level 76. It's an abandoned army buried south west of...
It's the one I'm least looking forward to be honest with you.
So it's basically the old mobilized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So basically, if you've got to get there, you've also your spirit tree right out the front to get down there now.
Yeah.
The site manager will be Zanik, and obviously alignment to Bandos. Obviously they showed some artifacts on there. Org the Ogre. Only these ogres have new models, and Zanik, being the site manager, and her current status is covered.
Right on.
So that is it.
Cool beans.
Part 2. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. It's and all the things that are down there. Why the hell is Jack Jack coming out a week before archaeology? People complaining about it.
Of course.
1, 2, 3. Basically, Jagex Porky says this kind of feedback is given a lot when we release Jack Jack around farming and hurdler. As a result, we made sure that you can do both at the same time. But I mean, it's still not the way to do it, I don't think.
Right. I mean, you talked about this in the intro, how it was kind of poor timing. Yeah. Or great timing, depending on how you look at it.
Exactly. Also, there is going to be some new agility highlights with this. It's going to be like a little shiny disc on the ground where the agility shortcuts are, so you'll know where you're running to on the different things.
Okay.
Now, Mod Rowley had come in because people were asking about that, and he says, "I'm unsure if the agility icon spot is for all spots with Arc launch or just in the archaeology spots. So they eventually want to get it to every shortcut in the game, but definitely at all the archaeology spots. But it'll be there. So for
That's
people
good.
who were wondering about those,
very good.
so yeah."
Cool beans.
So yeah, really
So we've-
interesting things coming up. So
We've talked
yes.
about the dig sites. We've talked about where they're going to be. We've talked about their levels. We've talked about the stuff that they are, carries and whatnot. Let's talk about the actual rewards, shall we? So they have actual, obviously, reward spaces. Now, this is the stuff that I think you were a little reluctant to get into.
I'm just having a quick click through and just seeing if there's anything I don't want to know. But I mean, I think it's all pretty much basic stuff that I've heard of before this all anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, there's nothing real. I just didn't want any spoilers for the quests or anything like that. But there's nothing there about any of the quests. So
Okay.
we can keep going. Yep.
Okay.
I won't log out.
Okay. My nose is killing me. Sorry. All right. Let's see here. Road to Archaeology, rewards of the skill. So first up, we're going to talk about relics again. So again, we talk about that. So you find them by exploring dig sites, completing collections, etc. They permanently unlock once you turn them in at a monolith in the Archaeology Guild. There are 26 on release. So what's up with the monolith? You activate it and swap out relics at the monolith with a cost. The monolith has a power system. Power is required similar to invention machines. There are no items required though. There's a chrono cost to activate and to swap a relic. Acquire more monolith power as you train the skill. So level 1 is 150. Level 40 is 250. Level 90 is 500. That's the max you can get for power. So your base power is going to come from your actual archaeology level. It sounds like. Am I interpreting that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Up to 3 relic powers. You can have up to 3 relic powers at any time, but you must pay chronotes in order to change or choose between them. So there's a cost to basically adjust.
What I find interesting, though, you've only got 500 points, so you can't have something like Heightened Senses, which costs 350 points, and Slayer Introspection at 200 points on at the same time, because that's 550 points.
Right.
So, yeah, you have to really sort of see what you want to make sure.
So, yeah, they show 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. They show 7 different
Of the 26,
of the 26 here. I'll read through them real quick. So there's Abyssal Link. It requires 250 power, costs 5,000 chronots. Teleport spells from the spellbook no longer require runes, but award no XP. Heightened Senses, 350 monolith power, costs 7,000 chronots, increases the maximum adrenaline by 10%. Slayer Introspection costs 200 power, 4,000 chronots. When requesting a new Slayer assignment, you will have a choice between the minimum and maximum assignment amounts. It's pretty cool.
Love that one.
Yeah, that's interesting. Deathless, 100. Good.
Means nothing to me anymore.
No. Are you 200 mil?
Yeah.
Ah.
I hit it. Remember, I hit it on New Year's Day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got 200 mils Slayer, and I got
Happy
my
New Year.
150 smithing and mining on the first.
That sucks.
It does.
Deathless, 100 and 2,000 chronots. When dungeoneering, you will never receive a penalty for dying. I need that one for fighting next. A Font of Life.
No. That's when dungeoneering.
Yeah.
Only when dungeoneering Deathless.
Oh, I meant when fighting Blink. Sorry.
Blink. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I
Said next,
said next, so I'm dumb.
You're confusing the hell out of me. Don't do that.
Wrong words came out of my mouth. It's my fault. Font of Life is 50 with 1,000 chronotes, increases your maximum health by 500. Conservation of Energy is 350 and is 7,000 chronotes. After using an ultimate ability, you will regain 10% of your adrenaline. Endurance is 100 and costs 2,000. When running, you will no longer drain your run energy. Other. Most of the relics shared at Runefest are being added, but some may have changed. So there's an entire list from the Runefest demo. Heightened Senses is also shown in action. We won't bother showing those in action. I could show Ancient Summoning. I can also read this entire list if you'd like. It's up to you.
Yeah, read it out. I mean, again, I don't think there's nothing there that really jumps out at me.
Right. So,
Read them out to people. Yeah, read them out.
All right, I'll go through the ones we haven't talked about here. Berserker's Fury, deal more damage, the lower your HP. Death Ward, take less damage, the lower your HP. Endurance, no longer drain run. I think I read that one already. Inspire Awe, earn 2% more XP in combat skills. Inspire Effort, earn 2% more XP in gathering skills. Inspire Love, earn 2% more XP in support skills. Inspire Genius, 2% more XP in artisan skills. Set reduction. Set bonuses require one less item to activate. That's kind of cool.
Actually, that one is because if you want to wear your Silverhawk boots,
Yeah.
you now have to wear 4 items and your Silverhawk boots. So that actually will be a good one.
Congratulations to Thieves, by the way, who just hit 3 billion XP overall.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Damn.
Pouch Protector. This would be pretty great. I'm going to be using this one once I unlock it and go back to rune crafting once I'm 120. Ring of Luck. Gain tier 1 luck. Yeah.
Again, that pouch protector, is that going to include the massive pouch?
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Then, as long as if you've got the ethereal outfit,
Right.
and
Oh, God.
and you use sort of rings, whispers, manipulation shadows, and combine catalyst, you
Rarely.
run out anyway.
Barely. You still do, but barely. Thank you very much, Barfarama, for the follow. I appreciate that very much. But you do still degrade. You degrade very slowly.
I thought if you have them both, they don't degrade full. Because I have never filled mine up, and mine are still showing.
Listen, bro.
325%.
I do rune crafting full time. They degrade,
Okay.
but they degrade like. You got to do like 100 hours before they degrade. Like
Fair enough.
it'll degrade like 3%.
Okay.
It degrades so slowly. Like you'd have to do like 500 hours of rune crafting to get it to like 90%.
Oh, fair enough then. Okay.
It's stupidly slow. Like I honestly probably you really don't need it. The only time that you would actually want to do this is if you want to take off your combined catalyst and put on dual wielding to get the what do you call it, bladed dive. But there's already a build that kind of fixes that Microroo has, so it doesn't really even matter anymore. So anyway, Ring of Luck obviously gets you your tier 1 luck effects. Same thing. Basically, you can get up to tier 3 luck effects with this as well. Sticky Fingers automatically start to pick your next pick. It gives you elf pickpocketing powers anywhere. Healthy Herbs. Oh, hell yeah. Herb patches are always protected. That's for me, baby. Unexpected Diplomacy. All reputation gains are 10% faster. Lingering Death. Stunning your target refreshes your bleed effects. Persistent Rage. Adrenaline doesn't drain outside of combat. Fury of the Small. All basic abilities now generate 1% more adrenaline. That's pretty cool. Heightened Senses. I think I read that one already. Slayer Introspective. I think I read that one already. Nexus Mod. Always teleport to the center of the abyss. That's freaking good. I want that one. Always adds. All logs cut burn for fire making and wood cutting XP. That's cool. Divine Conversion. Convert your entire inventory of memories in one go. That's good. Deathless. Talked about that one already. Death Note. All guaranteed bones and demonic ashes drop are noted automatically. That's pretty cool.
Actually, yeah, the noted because I just, well, again, I basically just break down everything. But with Rune Dragons, that'd be good. That one, I did like the always adds. for fire making, wood cutting, going for 120, you just sit there and just cut them and just burn them at the same time.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of good.
There are.
In there, yeah.
I was saying, like, I challenge you to find, after invention, I challenge you to make any perks that are useful, because there's none. You can't do it. They did it. They did it. They did it.
Healthy, as you said, healthy herbs always adds.
But I feel like they're just giving us cheat codes at this point, though.
Yeah.
They're just giving us
They're
cheat
probably
codes.
The three I'd use. And the set reduction. I do like the set reduction as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good. They are literally handing out like cheat codes to high level players at this point. In my humble opinion, I'm not gonna complain, because the 12-year-old inside of me has wanted these things for so long, and at this point, I'm a god. I don't like what. It doesn't matter. I basically almost have 120 and everything. The game is over. Whatever. We're at ancient summoning at this point in RuneScape. So like, what does it matter? We're summoning demons. What happened to us? Where are we? We used to be such a simple times. We used to we cut wood and make fires and
Help the guy make a cake.
yeah.
You know?
We used to.
What happened to those?
We used to just get balls out of backyards for little boys, and help witches with potions. And now, all right. So anyway, ancient summoning. General, uncover ancient summoning in the infernal source by completing a mystery. It requires level 45 to 96 summoning and 68 archaeology. The contracts are tradable, so you can just buy your way down here, Jeff Bezos style. Summoning process. Create a binding contract with new materials and charms. Kill a demon while that contract is in your inventory and bind his ass. The contract then acts like a summoning pouch. XP comes from capturing and using these demons rather than the pouch making.
Love it.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the
that.
XP is actually in the it's in the butter, not in the
Glad I stopped at 120, or I'm actually 140 summoning now, but 140 mil.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't take it all the way to 200 last DXP, because this is going to be fun.
It sounds like you're actually like playing with the familiars rather than
Exactly.
just making
it's not a
them.
pouch making skill. It's it's an actual. You've got to use the familiar to.
Right. You gotta fight them. So
Yeah,
this
love it.
could be interesting. This could get me into combat. We'll see. Known demon familiars include the Hellhound with 45 summoning. His passive absorbs 10% of any damage dealt to you by taking the hit itself. Scroll heals itself. The Hellhound is the familiar. His health has 20,000 hit points. There's also an Abyssal Demon. Its passive is your familiar will automatically teleport to your target and deal damage when it teleports. So you got yourself. I would love to, after killing so many of them, bringing it down to my Abyssal Demon pit and forcing it to kill its own. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh man, that just makes me happy. I'm closing in on 1 million kills, so that would just be beautiful. What's its scroll do? Let's see here. Bind and teleblock your target. Oh, that is a PvP familiar, my friend. That is a PvP. I wonder if it works in the wilderness. I mean, it must work in the wilderness. Teleblock. What? Yeah. What NPC teleports besides imps? Like, I'm going imp hunting. I'm gonna teleblock that fucker. It's not getting away with its burnt bread.
Abyssal demons do sort of teleport to the other side of you, but not.
Yeah.
Not far.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
yeah, no, I do like that one.
Yeah, that's
really-
I hope you get your 1,000th kill.
Dude,
by an Abyssal Demon
This is
going
gonna.
into-
This is. You know what? This is actually gonna suck for runecrafters. If people start using that
Yeah.
against runecrafters, life's gonna get hard. If I start seeing that shit, up against the dark mage there, that might be a bitch. We'll see. We'll see. Calgarian
But
demon.
again,
Yes.
I wonder if it's
if
guaranteed
it's worth it.
or if it if it's like a percentage, it hits like 20% of the time.
Well, it's a scroll, so it's like you have to.
Actually, yes, it has to. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it
it's
will.
a scroll. You
Yeah.
activate it, so yeah, you're
Exactly.
paying for that. You're casting it on me.
Yeah.
The only thing I have anticipate active. So here's the thing. I only have one shot I can block it once, so I'm gonna block your scroll. But then you're gonna use your teleblock on me anyway, because you have another one free from your own magic book. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
So that's actually
teleblocked.
good.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only gonna get teleblock. I can only block one of them. Is what I'm saying. Is they have like 2 teleblocks and 2 binds, so I can only block one. Is what I'm saying. Is this this is a very very shitty situation for me. Is what I'm saying. Anyway.
Although, actually, but when you
Shitty
think about it,
situation.
though, one of those perks teleports you to the center of the abyss. Anyway.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
So
Game
for you,
changed.
for you, you just
Pyrnassius.
teleport straight to there, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Wow.
See?
What? Wow. I just.
Does it
I just-
teleport you straight there? Like just teleport you can cast? Because I assume that meant the Dark Mage
Yeah.
always teleports you to the center.
I think it means the Dark Mage always teleports you to the center.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks then.
Yeah. Anyway,
I thought you use it. You just teleported when you wanted there, but yes, I suppose it makes sense because you have to go to him to be teleported, don't you?
it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's all right. I'm really good at getting away
I
from.
never use that. So
I'm really good at getting away from PKers. Don't worry. It's one of my fortes. Let's see here. Calgarian Demon passive, one of the strongest familiars in terms of damage for its summoning level. Its scroll temporarily provides the player familiar and nearby other players with a critical strike buff. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's basically a PvP familiar. It gives you an AoE critical buff. So
well, no, you get a group boss.
you're right. That's a PVM. Yeah. It's a PVM familiar. I don't know why I always go to PvP. I'm such an asshole. I just want people to die. Apparently, yeah. Ripper Demon, everyone's favorite. All right, here we
I
go.
love these.
Yes. So everyone wants the Ripper Demon. If you have level 96 summoning, you can get yourself a little Rippy Demon. Passive, it deal more damage to your target according to how much missing health it has. So here's what the scroll does. It replicates the Ripper Demon's jump attack, dealing 350% damage of its max hit. Normal attack, it can hit twice, and it's pretty strong. Similar to a Steel Titan. Not all demons are combat related. There are at least 2 skilling demons. Okay.
At least 2. So yeah, that's good.
I'm interested.
Hopefully they've got good,
Some of the models will also be changed before and after the update, such as the Ripper Demon. So that's not the Ripper Demon's final model. Just a heads up. All right. Anything anyone
I'm
wants?
trying to imagine what demons are out there that they could theme around skilling. That's what I'm trying to.
Imps,
brainstorm.
maybe.
Black Demon, Greater Demon, Lesser
Yeah.
Demon, Imps. I mean, there's a lot of demons out
Like,
there.
do any of them associated with the skill? That's what I'm trying to brainstorm. Like, would any of them be a natural fit? I can't think of any.
Well, imps like
Unless-
to like you can train imps to like mine and do stuff like that. Like they are like they're gatherers and stuff. Like that's the only thing I can think of. Like
Yeah.
people literally use imps for labor.
Yeah, like lesser demons are down around mining it too.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else really. Maybe like severed hands, shit like that. Wall masters. What am I don't know. Who knows? I'm excited to find out. What's up? Anything else anyone wants to talk about in regards to ancient summoning, except for the fact that like it sounds like a cool experience. It sounds like a limited pet battler, only like RuneScape style. Like they managed to get a little bit of a pet battler into RuneScape without it being a pet battler.
It sounds to me like when they were talking about taking summoning to 120 from 99 to 120, when they wanted to move away from being a pouch making skill into something where you're training up the familiar and getting XP off that.
Right.
It sounds like they may have sort of put 120 summoning on the back burner and thrown it into this.
Right. So do you feel like this is kind of like a half-assed version of 120 summoning?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
And again, because it's I shouldn't say a half-ass. I would say a prototype.
Yeah, an
See how-
incomplete.
They're only doing it on demons. So
Right.
maybe they'll see how it goes. If it's if
it's popular,
successful,
right?
we may see 120 summoning coming up, and then sort of some of those sort of other yeah, the 1 to 99 creatures being made into 99 to 120, doing better things and doing it this way. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think it might be more of a prototype. Let's see how it goes before
Right.
we introduce 120 summoning.
Fair enough.
I am curious if you get experience from the demons actually fighting, like you get experience while they're fighting or while you're skilling, or if it is all just from the summon.
It's
Like, I wonder if we'd ever see something of people like mass summoning and dismissing as a way of.
it's from the actual like fighting itself. Like
While it's working.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
yeah, like the goal is like when you defeat a monster or like skill in
Get summoning
action.
experience.
Yeah.
Be
Okay,
like when
that
you
makes
when
sense.
you
I
break,
like that.
when you break down a charm and you get that little bit of summoning
Yeah,
points. Obviously, it'll be the same type of that, but obviously a lot more. So each time you kill it, you might be getting 60 or 70 summoning points rather than your 2 or 3 that you'd get from breaking down a
Gotcha.
charm.
Yeah. I do like anytime they try to integrate a few skills together a little bit, especially with higher level content. So I think this is an interesting move. I'm holding my judgment a little bit until we see how the skilling demon works and things like that, because that's, I think, where more of my interest will be anyway. But
Right.
I think it's an interesting idea. I'm excited
Yeah.
to try it.
Right on. Let's talk some ancient invention real quick. So this requires 85 to 105, 110 invention roughly, uncovered at the Stormguard Citadel by finding blueprint fragments. Blueprints are formed from combining blueprint fragments and requires a crafting level. There are trade and untradable blueprints. The tradable blueprints require more fragments though. Ancient components, disassembly of archaeology produce materials. Players will need to discover how to use the ancient components, but can obtain them as normal. Ancient components, there are 4 new components. They're classic, historic, time-worn, and vintage. So there are perks associated with these different components. And let's see here. So classic has efficient and scavenging. Historic has turtling, looting, ultimatums, and genocidal. Time Worn doesn't have any perks associated with armor perks associated with it. Rather, Vintage has relentless and crackling. Going back again to classic, the weapon perks it has are efficient and scavenging, looting, ultimatums, genocidal, and precise. Time Worn has equilibrium and ruthless. Vintage has relentless and crackling. Going back to classic. For tool perks, it has efficient, furnace, and fortitude. Historic has imp sold. Time Worn has prosper and fortune. And vintage has furnace and fortune.
Time Worn is my one. I like the prosper perk for the
Yes, I generally only use tool perks for the most part. So the no new perks are ruthless, relentless, and fortune. So new devices are the ancient gizmo, weapon tool, and armor. So we have 9 slots. Find perk combinations and ranks that were previously undiscovered. Allows for new permeations and higher ranks of existing perks, such as Scavenging 4 and Precise 6. XP capacitor, tradable when full. Filling up takes some XP you would normally earn whilst training to fill up the device. Draining allows you to gain double XP until the capacitor runs dry. So that's interesting. Is that something you can give to other players?
Yeah, it's tradable when full. This is the one so I can sell XP because I'm 200 mil inventions. So if I'm doing anything, I can fill it up and sell it to someone who is going for their 120s.
Is this in any skill?
No, I'd say it's only in invention.
Okay, so you can sell your invention XP? Is that what they're saying?
Yep, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. That's awesome. Because I'm up 200 million invention. Like I can't do anything with my. That's awesome. I would love to sell my invention XP.
They're making lots of things tradable that I just didn't expect.
Right.
It's really interesting.
This could possibly make me the money I need for my party hat. After all. Kinetic Dynamo. Create divine charges by running or surging. I love. Breaks after so many uses. Boosted tools. Level 80 versions of invention tools such as the Fishermanic, Hammertron, and Pyromantic. Auto Screener version 1.080 automatically screens your soil while excavating. The Component Crate. 2 sizes. 100 and 1,000 components. Stores components into a crate, allowing players to bank and trade ancient components. This is only done with ancient components since artifacts aren't tradable, and we want the components in circulation. Other. Ancient blueprints.
Again,
yes.
sorry, we
No,
can
go ahead.
back there. Another good money maker there. So you're now making money off invention by trading components, which we've never been able to do before.
Right. Right.
So yeah,
It's only invention components that you can trade, which kind of sucks, but it's still really awesome at the same time.
But that's right. It's a good start.
It is a great start, yeah.
The other things we can now start putting in and trading other components as we need, and that may be a very good way for someone like me who's 200 invention and I just want to buy. I just want 40 powerful components. I'm going to sit there and have to break it all down and do all that crap. I can just go pay someone and get it off them. Hopefully it's something they see if this is successful that they may look at down the track as adding as other rewards for different things.
Right. Rightio. Let's see. Other ancient blueprints on the discovered list will be shown in a different color. Ancient materials have to be renamed to Third Age materials. We recommend leveling the skill and using those artifacts to unlock other rewards and to disassemble spares. Scavenging perk and elite dungeon relics cannot get ancient components. Again, scavenging perk and elite dungeon relics cannot get ancient components.
Yeah.
Other.
So your scavenging perk that you have on your
right, you're not going to get.
You're not going to get these ones.
Yeah, so don't.
No, just normal. So don't expect to be getting it while running around with your little legendary pet.
Right. Yeah. General overall notes: regular skill, which goes to 120. Maddox can be augmented. Free bank 50 space on launch. Free to play has access to 120. Here's some notable stuff.
120.
I'm sorry. Free to play has access to level 20. Woo! This is the podcast you get your reliable news from, so folks. Welcome to Runescape.
I actually read it as that during the survey and freaked out for a second, and then reread it and was like, oh.
The L is just too close to the 20, and it's like, my eyeballs. It's, skill cape, the right one. So they got 2 skill capes available for your pleasure. They're beautiful. There you are. You got the untrimmed one, the trimmed one. You got the bubbles one. You got the retro one. Saren Spirit. Thank you. Oh, almost missed it. What did I get? There you go. Rune plate salvage. Thank you.
You think it'll be like a brownie color since you're digging around in the dirt.
Yeah, black and white goes with everything. At least it's not my favorite. I would have gone with tan.
Actually, that might be my next cape. My 120. My 120. What's it called? Cape.
What's it called? Cape.
Cape Liberation.
Archaeology cape. Be one of the first to be able to wear the 120 archaeology cape.
Yeah, you think you're gonna go for it?
I might, yeah.
I mean, I'm going for it, but I probably won't be one of the first. I'll probably be one of the first 1,000, maybe first 10,000.
Yeah. I'd like to.
If you looked at my 99 capes, you would literally think I unlocked all the shittiest looking capes first. I have like mining, smithing, hunter, everything that's like brown or gray or trash. So that would be a nice looking cape. I could live with.
Capes. Who needs them?
Get your Master Quest cape. That's the best looking cape in the game.
My first cape was a dyed yellow cape that I got from like Aggie. Okay. There are a lot of world first broadcasts to show off accomplishments, so get ready for that. There are some leveling benefits to the skill, such as you get for screening soil. You'll get XP for screening soil. That will increase over time. You can see the level XP in the skill guide. Gathering experts skill cape will be removed, and shards will be handed back to you in the bags. Archaeology shards will now be required. When you gain the shard, it goes directly into the bags now, so that's cool. You don't have to worry about.
That's good.
Yeah, you have to worry about the bullshit going into your inventory. Hate that. Interactions. There are daily challenges. Grace of the Elves will work. That's good. No golden rocks. Thank you.
Oh,
you're sad about that? Where are they gonna put it? Up the statue's butt?
Let's put some wings on her.
Updated Lootscape will give small benefits with archaeology. Shop rewards: archaeology outfit level 70. Elite archaeology outfit is at level 99. Consumable rewards. Go ahead.
I don't like that. Lootscape is going to give you benefits with archaeology. I mean, I live in Australia. I have to get up at 3 a.m. to watch your stream to get to get a benefit that everyone else
Right.
is going to get. I don't like. I mean, if I can't get bonuses off my incense burners I make in game, why should someone who can get up and watch your thing?
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree, 100%. That's bullshit.
It's a worldwide game. That is not right.
100%
Or they
agree.
should just be doing a rerun 12 hours later and let you get loot from watching either. Like that's what League of Legends is another game I play, and that's if you're watching like the professional games, you can get some in-game rewards, and they just do a rerun 12 hours later so that it's always relevant to.
Yeah, they should be doing that. That's not fair for the audiences around the world.
No, because that means now I leave my computer on overnight, just open it.
Yeah. Said you gotta leave like the Twitch window open, hoping that it like goes live and you catch your browser catches it for you.
Yeah.
Consumable rewards from the shop, which provide boosts to training similar to deep sea fishing. Extra chance of finding materials when screening soil. Increases chance of finding materials when excavating. So those are like the rewards you get. Other rewards, such as the Tetra Compass. Find and combine 4 pieces to lead to a reward, similar to the Crystal Triskelion pieces. That's really cool.
I like that. Yep.
Yeah. And the Hero-Matic provides benefits to archaeology, similar to Tavia's fishing rod. Find a key to then unlock it in the HQ, and there's a chance to find the key that will work. That I believe was mentioned earlier in chat. There are more rewards, but they are secret, so we're not going to mention them. There you go. So that's that. We did it. We made it. Now we can talk about the core experiences. But first, we can go through it and just breathe for a second and maybe discuss what we just talked about. Take a little break. Take a breather. What do you think? Is this going to be a winner? Is this my squeaky chair a winner? What do you think?
I like it. I mean, I think it's I think they've covered it. It's very, very well filled out. I like the sound of of a lot of that stuff. I thought at first, the relic effects that they showed on the actual news page, I thought were pretty pointless. When you go in and look at the whole list, there are a couple of really good ones. I actually forgot about that always adds. That's one I'll definitely be having when I do my sort of wood cutting to 120, because I'll just burn the logs all at the same time. I use my infernal ads at what are those trees in Menethos? The Acadia trees now. This will just mean that 100% of them burn rather than like 15% of them.
Right.
So, and I can actually go back to using my crystal hatchet rather than having to use the ads. So there's some really, really good ones. I think they've really thought it out well. Ancient Summoning sounds really interesting. I really want to see what the skilling ones are going to offer, and it's going to be fun to sort of discover that on release and things. Some of those Ancient Invention ones, I mean, they're probably not big ones for me. I don't know what Relentless is going to do. Crackling, I mean, we all use Crackling, so it's obviously going to be something extra there. Prosper and Fortune is probably the only tool perk that I would go for. I don't know what Fortune is.
We'll find out. Maybe
it'll give you a higher chance of elite clue scrolls, or maybe Fortune may mean it'll upgrade it to a master, chance to upgrade to a master or something like that. But being that it's also on efficient Furnace and Fortune, maybe it's something else. But it'd be really interesting to see what it's all about. Indeed. Cliff, you got any thoughts?
I think, personally, I'm just extremely excited to watch the race for a brand new skill. The last skill I was around to watch come out, realistically, was Summoning. I casually played a little bit when Dungeoneering came out, but when Summoning came out, right, it's so gated by time with Charm Collection that it wasn't a quick race or one I could readily participate in as a casual player.
Mm-hmm.
So I think seeing all this and discovering things, something brand new with the community, now that I'm playing a reasonable amount, is something I'm personally really excited about.
That's cool.
I think, it looks like there's a lot of content. I like that it's coming out with so much integration to lore and things to discover. I think they did a pretty good balance of sharing information, but leaving a lot to sort of uncover as you're going. Obviously, we'll see after we see how much there's to uncover, but that's my impression so far. So I'm just really looking forward to watching folks like Killer Bunny, Rocket, compete for that.
He's a wild man. He's wild.
Yeah. So I'm just really excited to watch people just try something new, which is easy for me as a player who still has a lot of the game to play. But watching everyone else discover things at once is going to be pretty exciting.
And I've got to throw out, as you mentioned, Killer Bunny, I did throw out an apology to him because I said no, there won't be any daily challenges. From a few weeks ago, I thought that they said that, but obviously there is now. He was correct again. He's our very own walking Wikipedia.
He's pretty amazing, to be honest. I don't know how he does it. Magna, next thing I know, Micro has nearly 17 billion, 12,000 plus signs of the Porter, and a fair amount of other stuff stockpiled for the race to 200 million. Yeah, I'm sure he'll do all right. I'm sure he'll do fine. I'm sure he'll be up there.
Yeah, he had a whole video about it. He's going for the very first page of 200 mil and the amount of. I think there's just so much ability to buy things with money this time around.
Yeah,
that I think it's going to be crazy.
It is going to be a fairly viable skill in a lot of aspects. Micro is also one who sort of complains about Treasure Hunter and then goes on all his alts and just drops bills on those for keys to supplement his main account. So I don't have a lot of respect for him if he gets it.
Yeah, I just steal his methods and move along. Anyway, would you like to talk about the core experience, Pyrnassius? And then we can wrap the show up.
This actually came out back on the 3rd of March.
Yes.
Core experience team. It's another team in RS separate from the episodic and the live ops. Episodic, obviously led by Mod Osborne, is doing all our quests and things like that. Live ops is the politically correct name for the microtransaction team.
Right.
This allows us, so the core experience team allows us to focus on the feel of the game. It also allows us to work on improvement and modernization to the game, such as with mobile and the new player experience. Previous projects, the smooth movement, which went out well other than an issue with the surge escape, which is now fixed. The client start optimization, mainly noticed on mobile, but it also worked for the desktop. And the rendering system upgrade helps with rendering more materials. Archaeology will be using it extensively, so
I'm excited for that.
Look forward to that. Yeah,
I don't know if you know what it means, but I'm excited to. I'm excited.
That's it. I mean, a lot of this stuff I just don't understand. I look at the game, and if it looks good, yep, fine. And that's the type of thing you want to. It's not something that is going.
I just don't want it to look like the Living Rock Caverns. Holy shit!
Yeah.
This place looks like garbage.
I know they need to update a lot of this stuff. And hopefully, this is maybe what the core experience will sort of be starting to do as we go down the track, do a few more sort of graphical upgrades and things like that.
2,000 of these fuckers.
Highlighting. This is something that sort of got released accidentally last week with the update, but they're talking about it here. It's basically a way for you what you can interact with your surroundings. The outline colors: red will be attackable NPCs, yellow is a friendly NPC, blue is just an interactable item in the game. These colors were selected, so colorblind people will still see different shades, hues, and glows. There's currently a plan to properly address a colorblind mode for the entire game in the future, so that's good for those colorblind people.
Now, how about
and
just
maybe they can
blind people in general? Go ahead.
Maybe they can go back and fix my Celtic knots with that, because since they did that upgrade to fix it for people with gold and black and red, I think it was, I just can't. I can't do them anymore. It just throws my eyes right out. So
they should have a toggle.
Fixed it for colorblind people, broke it for me.
Okay.
Colors can't be changed currently. Proximity displays multiple outlines around surrounding objects for mobile only currently. Hover shows a standard outline. Right click and hold will give you a more distinct or bold outline. Interact, the outline will flash and it will be toggleable. So again, probably because I play mainly on the desktop, it'll probably be something I turn off, but certainly for mobile, I think that will be a good thing. You guys have anything to add?
It sounds pretty cool, mainly for mobile. Go ahead.
I like looking at the preview videos. I think it's well balanced as far as like how in your face it is. I think it could be really distracting and annoying, but they made it subtle enough that you'll lose track of it once you're used to it, but still helpful if you're trying to understand, like, what can I interact with.
Again, probably something more for sort of newer players too. It'll be good for them.
Definitely. Oh yeah, for people who are questing, and for people who are just dumb like me. Like if you're just like in an area and you're just like trying to figure out how to get through the damn terrain forest and you don't know what to click on. What tree can you click on and what can't you click on?
Well, that's gonna have the new shortcut things where the new agility area. They'll have a little glowing disc underneath them all now.
Oh yeah, that actually will be great. Magnetic saying that color I think will be great for me. I have a heck of a time with some of the quest puzzles because of it. Yeah, they really need to help people like that. One of my good friends, Rob's colorblind. He has a heck of a time with stuff like that. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I need them to increase the font size. God damn it. Continue along.
And that is something that Mod Warden did speak about on last week's show. So fingers crossed something happens around that. That'll be good to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Canopy cutout. It allows you to see your player through objects such as tree foliage. Currently, it only applies to trees, but it could be expanded. It doesn't work well with the trees on Anachronia. We need more feedback on the size of the bubble around the player. Highlighting won't show through foliage. Client movement prediction. Ground walk markers are in mobile, but are planned to be released for PC. There is no delay between clicking and when your character moves. This doesn't change the behavior of the game. This won't resolve dead clicks, but the issue should mostly be resolved already. Issues that they have: the combat. The game is unpredictable, so players may want to turn that off. In skilling animation times when running to something you interact with, such as agility, this can be fixed. Surge and escape may need to be looked into, and server performance issues. Input lag on crowded worlds is being worked on to improve the situation. So, anyone have anything to say there? No?
No, it's all technical stuff. Just glad to hear they're working on it.
Mobile. A few compliance issues need to be sorted out before it can be launched to any stores. iOS and Android commercial launch should be together.
When?
iOS and iPhone demo. The latest build is being displayed and should be the same experience as Android.
When?
The compliance issues, you cannot use PC terminology. We need to integrate the Apple sign-in. The iOS app works differently with our backend and make sure it talks properly. Once the above is sorted, there will be a closed beta for members only, similar to how we did for Android. There is no time, but mobile will be released this year. The iOS version, we tested the last two versions, but we need to check for the exact one that is required.
So it could be January 31st, 2020 is what I'm basically hearing.
January 31st, 2020 is already gone, mate.
I mean, it could be December 31st, 2020. Yeah. I'm not good with time and space. I'm an anomaly that exists outside of this dimension. I do my best to try and live with you humans.
I'm the one up at 2:30 a.m. You know, come on.
I'm the one.
I when I heard that, I interpreted that as the main release will be out by the end of the year, and they're gonna do the beta beforehand. So hopefully we're not waiting much past the summer for that beta.
Yeah, that's how I read it too. That
I don't trust them.
Have full mobile.
I don't trust them. Nothing.
Basically, and as I said before, it's just working with Apple because of some of the stuff Apple's regulations and such, which are basically holding it back.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, once they get that sorted, we'll be set.
Yeah.
Other issues, they need to improve scaling for tablets. Tablets should have been the main thing you were working at for, and then scale down for phones personally. But anyway, screen space, chat boxes take up a lot of space, which is solved through internal nodes and fading chat box. Vertical mode, currently no, but we may look into it after commercial launch. It just wasn't working correctly when we looked into it. And do you really want to play vertical mode? Sorry.
No, that's stupid. The only time I want to play vertical mode is when I'm trying to fool people into thinking I'm not playing RuneScape.
Yeah. Most of the games you flip it horizontal anyway. I don't think I play any game in it.
Again,
old school's horizontal only, and it feels like it'd be easier to mix things up there. So.
Yeah, it's like when I'm on the go or something. When I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm playing a game. That's the only time I'll hold my phone like that is when I don't want people to know I'm playing a game. Only time. And I'll do it. I will do it because I am
Luckily,
embarrassed.
I'm in Singapore, where 30% of everyone at all times is playing Pokemon Go, even on the bus or anything else. Adults, children, everybody. So like, games are not frowned upon.
Yeah, I wish I lived in a society like that. Anyway, continue.
Screen space solutions, internal nodes, which will keep track of how many messages you have unread and displays an indicator. Currently, it's only used for private chat messages. It was expanded to our menu system to help guide and tutorialize players through menus. This will be expandable to PC, but currently it's only being worked on for mobile. The fading chat box, when you receive a message, your chat box will appear, then slowly fade away. Only applies to mobile, as it would be tricky and unnecessary for PC.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No.
But good idea for mobile.
Yes. And that's basically it for that one.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm actually pretty hyped for archaeology now that we've gone through all those documents. I'm actually pretty hyped. I don't have much more to throw at you, but I am pretty hyped.
I think watching the videos one at a time, I was lukewarm, but hearing it all front to back, it highlights how much content there's actually going to be.
The videos are all propaganda. That's why they feel propaganda-y.
Yeah.
But when you dive into them and look at the data, it actually looks pretty good because you're hearing it from the JMONs, not from the.
But I think also, as I said before, it's been spread out so long. They should have started talking about this no more than 6 weeks out from release date. And just get bang, 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 week after week after week. We see.
You shouldn't give people time to prep.
Not a month between and things like that. And that's right. I mean, as I said, someone said here, Macru has 12,000 signs of the Porter and other stuff stockpiled because he's known about stuff that they've been talking about over the last months.
Dick.
That's why no more than a month. Again, it's obviously going to be a fairly, probably not totally viable, but I think it is going to be a fairly hefty viable skill. I'd say you'd probably be able to do sort of 70 or 80% of it viable.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a very unique skill. I have to say that. It's going to be a very unique skill. You can buy the currency that gives you a boost. Yeah, it's the weird part is it's going to be a very unique skill in that sense. Because you could basically buy the skill, it sounds like. So
why couldn't I ban that then?
So,
I don't know.
Acknowledging the failure of a pairing that was divination and invention, are you all generally pro like releasing skills intended to be a pair, like mining and smithing, gathering artisan?
Yes.
Or are you interested in more skills like this that can kind of stand?
Well,
I like paired skills, but sorry.
You go first. You go first. I'm interested in where you're going.
I was just to say, I do like paired skills where I'm gathering something and then I can use something. So the gathering one is where you can make money if you want to, but the artisan skill, you need to work and do that. The gathering skill, people can't just sit there and buy it themselves. They have to work at it. So I can sit there. I can, they want to get their wood cutting up. They can take their time doing it because they can buy all the materials off me and just fletch away, or you're mining. I can mine all the stuff. They can buy it all and smelt it and make their own armor quickly, and they can do their race for that, and it gives those things a use. What I do like about this skill, though, is it's a totally enclosed skill. So if you're not releasing two skills together, making it like this, where the items you're getting are useful within that skill and being used within that skill, and not just a collection and dump thing like some of the other skills are. It's it's a good idea. So it's hard to say, but I'll probably still lean towards, mainly because it is a race for two skills where one can be viable, but one you have to actually work at.
Right. It's interesting that they kind of combined it. It's interesting that they combined both into one. Like they combined buyable skill and gathering, kind of an artisan skill and a gathering skill into one. So it's a self-sufficient skill, if you will.
Yeah.
So this is kind of uncharted territory. So that's interesting.
I'm also curious, like, how they'd pull off a pair of skills in modern RuneScape, right? Because when was the last time we actually had a pair of skills that were that closely tied, right? It was mostly original skills released of
Divination
the game, other than invention, other than invention and divination.
And that went horribly because
So,
they
like, it feels, right. It feels like you'd have to do them together, and then how many years are we talking before they're ready to release two skills at once? That
right. I don't think they could do it. I honestly don't think they could do it.
I wonder if this is the future of skills, at least in the near term, of expecting more that are self-contained.
Right. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, well, let's see how this goes. I think that this is going to be a pretty interesting skill. I mean, it's going to be new because it's going to have the open area kind of exploration thing like the dungeoneering kind of has. But at the same time, it's not going to have the pressure, do this run around, puzzle boss kill crap like dungeoneering has. So it's a skill. So like I don't know. I'm like my mind cannot comprehend this. It's kind of breaking down when I try to put it into words because we don't really have anything like this. We don't have a skill quite like this in game.
And I think it has a lot of aspects of lean forward.
Yes, it's kind.
You can do everything. So.
Yeah, and I mean it's got like a little bit of rune crafting style in it. It's got fishing in it. Like it's got everything in it. So
I'm also really interested in like what is the long-term impact of the game once the skills mature and we have lots of max players. As far as how does this play into the economy? Is combat going to be in any way dependent on this enough that it'll keep prices high? Like I'm sort of interested when things stabilize. Is this going to be a skill that people have a reason to go back to?
Right. I hope so. I mean, I'm assuming yes, because those relics are really powerful and you're going to need chronotes to keep them going. So, see,
that's right.
My thought...
I keep forgetting they have to be powered.
Yeah, my thought was, we're going to need divine energy to keep these things going. So I was like, let's stock up on divine energy. And then, nope, they came up with this chronote bullshit. So there goes that idea.
It's funny because in the last 2 months...
you can just buy them all.
It's gone from 55k up to 100k.
What
so
did?
I'm wondering how quickly it's going to crash divine energy.
Oh, is that 100k?
Yeah, it's close to 100k.
80 last I looked, yeah.
I gotta sell, Magebit, sell.
I think it's been dropping since this
came
out.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. That's all right. I keep it for myself. I need it.
Well, so do I, yeah.
I want this task to be done so bad. This is brutal. Like 3,000 cave fish. Come on. What are you doing to me, game? Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've dropped too much. They're still hanging out above 80k as of right now. Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let's see if I can sell them, yeah? Let's see what happens. I bet they won't sell.
Actually, no, they're peaking.
I'll peek you.
They peaked yesterday at 82 and they're starting to drop again today.
All right, let me try to sell 1,000. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, they don't insta-sell. I'll leave them in there, though. I could use 80 mil. Now I gotta get back to the fucking caverns. That's a pain in my ass. Can I tune one of these portals? Will you take me?
Which cavern?
To the Living Rock Caverns.
Yeah, the one outside, one of the two outside you can.
Yeah.
In the garden.
It cost you 50. It doesn't cost me money anymore? I don't know. I don't care. I don't care if it costs me money. I'm made of money. M-I-G-E. It's not how you spell. I can't even spell anymore. I'm a mess. This quarantine's messing me up. Anyway.
So which task are you on?
Which number task am I on? Like 36, 37? Let me open up the extract. 37.
37.
I'm on 24.
Oh, you're doing the.
I'm doing construction or fishing, and honestly, construction might be faster. I bought 150,000 crystal chins for 600 GP now, and they're 4,500 each. That's awesome. That is awesome. I only have like 6,000 in my bank from doing farming.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch. I sold mine for because they kept going down and they were just taking up room in my bank. So I sold all mine when they were about 700 or 800 GP.
Right. Alrighty. You got anything else you want to add at the end of the show, or should I wrap it up here?
Nope, that's about it for me. Hopefully, we will be back Sunday. Don't.
Yeah, we can.
You know, we're gonna try, but we'll see how each of us goes with family things.
Yeah, I would like to read those though. All
Yeah.
right. Anyway, in the meantime,
Nothing else on my end.
you good?
Yep, all good.
We can do it. I could do after if you want to stick around for a little bit after I do the outro. We can still chat for a couple minutes. I just have to wrap up the podcast, so just stand by. Anyway, I really appreciate everyone who came out. If you want to support the show, you can find us over at patreon.com/RuneScape. You'll be able to get the pre-show we did today and all the other pre-shows available for only $1. Also, there at the beginning of every month, you can get access to the pre-shows from 3 months ago. So basically, there are tons of free pre-shows over at patreon.com/RuneScape available. Tons going back years, like 4 years worth of pre-shows available for you over there to listen to. So you can get caught up on pre-shows if you want to, see what they're like. And then if you want, drop $1. Or if you want, you could also support us, drop a little bit more, get access to more bonus content. There's tons of stuff available over at patreon.com/RuneScape. Check it out. Anyways, there's also all sorts of stuff in our show notes available that you can check out over at runeweek.com. That's the official podcast website with all the show notes and stuff when this podcast goes up. If you want to see the rerun of the show, it'll be playing on Twitch again if you missed it after I shut up. Anyway, that's about it for this show. It'll be available on YouTube as well over at youtube.com/RSW show. You'll be able to find it, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out. Big thanks to Sudwood and all of our other Patreon supporters. Thank you to Pyrnassius and Cliff as well for coming out and doing the show with me today. And yeah, happy scaping. All right, show's cut. We're still live though.
Beautiful.
But you're free to go if you want.
Yes, I'm gonna head to bed.
Alrighty.
Go again, and I will catch you all. Enjoy your yak tracking.
I will indeed.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Take it easy.
Have a great one, guys. See ya.
Take care, Pern. How you doing?
Push to talk finally off now that I'm not worried about coughing, sneezing, burping, or anything else on the show.
Good stuff. How you doing, Cliff?
Doing well. Hanging out.
Good to actually have you on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's just the time zones get wonky.
I know. Singapore is not exactly an easy matchup. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick if that's all right.
Yeah, no, be my guest. Good luck.
Thank you. Good airflow in this house today. I hate this chair.
I've outed myself by saying I'm only on task 24, and now it makes sense why I said the grindiness is fine.
The grindiness is real in this. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I've only skipped 2 tasks so far, and I'm on 37. But I did buy 10 skips, and I plan to skip 10. So I am a dirty skipper.
You're golden, man.
Yeah.
You're close.
Yeah, I am gonna skip 10 of them because I want to get back to rune crafting. But I did legitimately get to 37 by only skipping 2. But fuck 50. Like I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm like fuck this.
I finally caved with the crafting event because I spent time getting like 10,000 soft clay, and then realized I had a really busy week and wasn't gonna make it to the actual perk where you can make the urns. So I finally dropped some last week, but I'll see how far I can get here.
I am not selling my urns below market price. They better come back up. I swear to God.
We'll bounce back.
I hope so. Is this gonna play music or not? I hope so. Oh yeah, they will. It just might take months. Oh, thank you for the water. I got a little roll here if anyone has some channel points.
Where is that at?
That was a good stream.
Oh, that's cheap on channel points.
Nice.
It's a bargain.
Thank you. 420. I like to. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Okay. We'll start off with some flour. This is Agent Orange. One of my favorites. I kind of overdid it, but that's okay. So did the U.S. government.
Pegasus plushie. Oh.
It's cute.
Oh, you carry it.
You do. Not well. This is my character. Maybe my walk animation fucked it up.
No, you carry it. Are you holding it by the dick? Like, what is this? It's like upside down, and you're grabbing it by the crotch.
The character holds it like Joe Biden.
Yeah, I've actually been recovering from a non-COVID illness.
That's good.
To the best of my knowledge. So I've been playing a lot, and the fact that I'm only on task 24 is a testament to that.
I'm glad
There's some time investment in this.
Time investment indeed. I can't even imagine how many hours I put into this shit. All week at least. When did this come out? Monday? Yeah. Who am I? Where am I? That's what I feel. I think I've spent like when did the quarantine? I think I spent like $2,000 on cannabis since the quarantine started. Like, I'm scared. I'm Joe Biden. I forgot this.
Get by, you know?
I'm scared. Like, I just got my bank statement and I'm a little frightened.
My wife's been out of the country for a month, so as soon as I look at the food delivery bills, that's going to be a nightmare. That's the thing about Singapore. They do, like, everyone uses apps equivalent to, like, what is it called? Uber Eats?
Yeah.
For, like, everything.
Yeah.
Like, every single restaurant delivers.
Streamers, and I know, like, I have a bunch of friends who are streamers, and they don't leave their house for food. They don't know how to cook. They have everything delivered. And I'm not a great cook, but I'll cook certain things, and in certain days I won't cook. I will just buy things that you can steam to life, and just eat those things. Like,
I like cooking. It's just food is so expensive in Singapore that, like,
fair
eating out or ordering food is like the same cost as like just making it, because like they import everything. It's a tiny little island.
Right.
It's not like farmland.
That's always tough. Trying to deal with importing.
It's all good. That just means I get McDonald's more than I should, and life goes on.
Listen, I live a quarter of a mile from a Burger King, and it delivers.
That'll do it.
It's a miracle that I'm maintaining. I don't know how. It's scary. And I have an app on my phone from Burger King that keeps reminding me that they deliver, and I'm like, stop it. They're like, we have a nugget overload. I'm like, no, you don't. No, stop lying to me with your fucking nugget propaganda. I don't need it. I'm an addict. I really, really like Whoppers. And see, like, what's up with McDonald's and their fucking like? Are you a fan of the fucking Big Mac?
I actually like relatively plain burgers. I'm weird. I like my favorite burgers are just cheese and meat.
That's-
I like those things
I
so much.
I respect that. I highly respect that. Like, if here's the thing, the best thing about a burger is the beef. Like, I want to taste the beef, and the problem with a Big Mac is there's a fucking bun in the middle of it. Who thought it's a good idea to put bread in the middle of my burger when there's supposed to be beef there?
Yep, not about it.
Like
The miracle of Singapore, though, they have a McDonald's sandwich called the McSpicy,
okay.
and this is a big ass like chicken breast. Like it is actually impressive how much meat is there. That is fried,
Okay.
and spicy and delicious,
I love-
and it is like reasonably priced. It's like I don't know. It's like the quality of the meat is well beyond what you would ever expect from a McDonald's.
I like
And
chicken.
that is like the go-to here.
I like chicken, but chicken is it's how do you put it? It's easily accessible. Like it's just like it's your average meat, right?
Yep.
It doesn't have much
Beef is
flavor,
meat for kings.
right?
Yeah.
Beef is I have beef very rarely, and it's like
Yeah, there's
good beef is like really expensive.
that's the other thing is I feel like the difference between shitty chicken and good chicken is pretty
Thank you for
extreme.
calling shitty
whereas,
chicken.
Like, all pork to me tastes pretty similar. I've never had pork and been like, this is not high quality pork.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't honestly say yes or no on that because I'm not really a pork fan. I don't dislike pork, but I don't love pork either.
Yeah, so I just find like
I
in
like pork
Singapore where the
skin.
quality varies a lot more than what I'm used to at home. That like chicken is sometimes a mixed bag and pork
yeah.
and beef are pretty safe. So
I bought air fried chicken last week. It was on sale.
air fried.
I've never tried it before.
What does that even mean? Like, is that still fried?
It's no and yes and no. So I have no idea. Here, hey, hey Google, can you define air frying?
According to Wikipedia, an air fryer is a kitchen appliance that cooks by circulating hot air around the food using the convection mechanism. It is a smaller version of the convection oven.
So it's a convection oven. So
Wouldn't that be baked then?
So it's a form of baking, yeah. But the way that they do it makes it like super crispy, and it like they oil it up, and it like I don't know.
Oh, okay. If they oil it in advance and stuff, I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And I don't know the breading. I don't know. We'll find out. We're gonna find out. It was on sale for a reason, right?
There you go.
It's probably because it sucks. Nobody wants it. So I'll give it a try. I
I
generally
live off of sales, man.
Yeah,
It's good for-
I generally give bad things a try. That's my life.
You don't know until you try it.
Can't afford the good things. Good things in life are expensive. If I have something good, it's probably because I got it through bad means.
Well, that was a random ass easy farming task. 25 herbs was not bad.
Yeah?
Seems like a light load in the midst of everything else.
This far, I hate this task. But I can't skip it because I'm halfway through it, and that would be just like really, really
You
sad.
still doing the rocktails?
Well, the lowest thing you can do is cave fish for this task. So I'm doing cave fish just to speed it up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But even doing cave fish is not very fast.
That is the nice thing about not being maxed is a lot of these tasks are probably easier. Like I can still get belt fish and catfish for my fishing tasks, so I've just been doing
Raw
Menopause.
cavefish, raw rocktail, raw blue blubber jellyfish, raw sailfish. I could do construction, which would be a lot faster.
And more expensive.
It's not even about expensive. It's about hurting my hand.
Oh, that's that's.
I have tons of mahogany planks in the bank. Tons. I just don't want to. I'd probably do AFK. That's the thing. It wouldn't be any faster. So it's like, what's the point?
Ooh, I got the Equus cosmetics. Let's see what those look like. I like the cape, so these will probably be good.
I want the resting animation and the teleport. That's all I really care about. Holy diver, it's been too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Shut up. What is your challenge for the ninja team? I love you. What if Reddit can't be reached? I am Reddit. The coronavirus has reached Reddit. God damn it! So I didn't really catch it. What's the game plan for Sunday? So on Sunday, there's a bunch of, you know, all those dev diaries or journals or whatever the fuck that they released along the way?
Or archaeology journals?
Yeah, that they were like, they were in character from like Tony and whatever the fuck, and I did one of them. I read one of them dramatically or whatever on the podcast. He wants to read all of them in chronological order on Sunday.
Interesting.
I don't have anything to do. There's nothing to do, so the only thing I have to do is make sure my grandmother is not escaping the house, which she so often tries to do these days. I don't blame her. She's tried to rip the doorknobs off. 68 hours is crazy. Think about that. I got a banana in one hand.
Whoa. You're living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to bananas, and it's like the saddest allergy.
That sucks. I know someone who's allergic to strawberries.
Oh, that's worse. That's worse for sure.
I'm allergic to some shit. Mostly medications, though.
Where is this undead? Yeah.
I know where he is. I can tell you if you want.
I may ask you targeted questions without asking a specific location.
I can do that.
Could he, or is he in the second floor of anywhere? I think that's what I'm most interested in.
I would say so.
Ah, crap. That significantly expands my search.
No, I love that movie. I want to see what you really am. Ah. That was a big bite of banana.
I'm gonna start in the. Well, there he is. I see him in the distance. Okay.
Black hole sun, won't you come as you always? Oh my god. I'm so afraid someone's gonna accrue 12,000 channel points.
Oh, these aren't the undead yaks. These
I'm at 10,400. God damn it! I gotta go. Actually, right now. See you later. Goodbye, everybody. I had to spend some on the water and get tank though. I got this beautiful piece. Look at this. Look at this super critical right here. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Oh, you know what? I owe you some QBD, don't I? I owe someone some QBD. I gotta go do... fuck, I gotta... I really need to do this yak track, though. Can I have some amnesty for this yak track? God help me. I want this done.
Got him, I think.
I wonder if there's anything in my tube. I put protective stuff on my tube, hoping that if I drop it, it won't break. There's a little bit in my tube. I like to put some in my tube, but I don't know. You're all good, no worries. Don't you worry about me. I'll live. Don't you collapse your hands on me. I'm twitchy today. Where my cavefish at? I wish they'd let me fish a lower fish than cavefish. Something that like shark or something. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. You don't have to look at my ugly face as well, sure. Funny thing is, I can see what you see as well. And it didn't really even register that like, in my brain. Like that. Maybe that's... wow. I'm alright. Maybe it's time for lunch. Maybe it's time I wrap things up.
Yeah, I gotta be heading off soon.
Yeah. It's all good. I have to teach my mom how to use her new iPad soon. She says...
Yeah, so when my wife's laptop died,
Mm-hmm.
it was like a 50-50 between getting another laptop or an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And RuneScape was the tiebreaker. So the fact that it hasn't come out yet is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
It will be nice.
I said it's an investment. Don't worry about it. Because she's like, there's no RuneScape on Apple. I'm like, don't worry about it. It's an investment. There will be. This is literally a conversation I had with my mom. Like, there will be RuneScape on it. Don't worry. Apple is better than Android. I know I love my phone, but Android does not make good tablets. Like, I love their phones, but Apple makes the best tablets, hands down. So
Yeah, the Pro is definitely nice.
yeah.
I was impressed by the quality. I went in not planning to get a Pro until I was trying the things. And
What made you choose the Pro?
so first of all, it was my wife's real decision, not mine. But
okay.
I think like some of the reasons are dumb, but like it just felt more responsive. Like the processing power was clearly a lot better.
Okay.
But then also like some of the apps as far as the drawing and using the Apple Pen and things like that were appealing. Although like admittedly we don't use that a ton.
Right.
But it's still fun to play with.
I might. I plan. My brain tells me I will, but I probably won't. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm in the same boat. Wait, does your mom play RuneScape? No, but she's just thinking, ahead for like when I'm babysitting my grandmother and stuff like that, because it'll be shared and whatnot. We're just that kind of family. We're a socialist unit. We're a communist, like such a situation here. We're a hive unit. Just wait until we have the commune. All will be welcome. Anyway, that's all for now, I think.
Ooh, 3,500 fletching. That might be my cue to take off.
That's cool. I'm gonna take a break as well. I'm gonna go. It's beautiful outside. I'm gonna get some fresh air, take a little break, and then come back and just cry at the fact that I still need to literally catch 2010 more fish, and then do 2 more challenges before I can quit this.
Only 2 away though. Take it easy. Thanks for having me again.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. Anyone who wants to watch all of this or any of this, I'll put on a rerun. And I'll put on a rerun of a couple other episodes that are from the archives if you're not subscribed. So enjoy. Happy scaping.